20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
Welcome back to News Channel Nebraska, getting set for a Class C2 quarterfinal matchup between Cedar Catholic and Ord. The Ord Chanticleers come into tonight in a game that could be sponsored by the irresistible force paradox. That irresistible force, the Ord offense, and in particular, one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Nebraska, regardless of class, in Jordan Williams.
Yeah, might as well be Michael Jordan Williams, the way he's been playing. And talk about, he's a 1,000 guy. He throws for 1,000, runs for 1,000. How about last week against Donovan Trumbull? 323 yards rushing. That's incredible. What a player. What a multi-dimensional player. And, there's no secret that Cedar Catholic has to hem him in. You can't allow him to have that kind of game and advance in the playoffs here today.
So that's the irresistible force. The immovable object has been Cedar Catholic's defense. As Lou mentioned, only 7 points allowed since the beginning of the month of October. And the guy who's been leading that defense all year has been their linebacker, Brody Hochstein.
Well, Brady Hochstein's a good running back, but as a linebacker, he's been a difference maker. A guy with 18 tackles for loss on the season. And, you got a good offense like this. You got to have a disruptor out there. And that's what Hochstein is. He's a guy that can change the game on that defensive side. How important is he going to be? Well, we'll watch today. But you'd certainly like to get some turnovers, lay some big hits. Hochstein's the guy that's going to lead the charge for this defense.
Cannot wait for this one. Starting lineups, all the action coming your way. Stay with us. You're watching the Class C2 quarterfinals on News Channel Nebraska.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
My name is Nate Stoltz, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust is separated from other financial institutions because they are a locally owned bank able to make fast local decisions on the spot. Whether it's a loan, whether it's transferring money over from a savings to a checking account, or just making sure that they need a loan at the end of the day, I can be there for them. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
It's the thrill, the hope, the long shots, and the turnovers. The big hits, the kills, the dunks, the strikes, the surprises, the joy, and the heartbreak. And that's why NCN Sports bring you more than 200 live games every year. News Channel Nebraska. This is home.
It's not about the hours, it's not about the acres, it's about the legacy passed from one generation to the next. At Madison County Bank, we see your farming operation as a legacy, as a successful business, as a crucial part of the world's well-being. For over 130 years, Madison County Bank has stood beside farmers and ranchers in northeast Nebraska. We have been and will always be here to help you grow. Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
In our community, we work hard and stay on the move. But when foot or ankle pain stops you in your tracks, it's time for expert care you can count on. At Faith Regional Physician Services, Foot and Ankle, our team includes 4 dedicated providers who provide care for all ages. Because healthy feet and ankles are essential at every stage of life. From everyday issues like bunions or heel pain to the most complex conditions, including total ankle replacements and Charcot-neuroarthropathy, we provide advanced treatments and compassionate care. Our experts are here to help you heal, regain strength, and get back to doing what you love, one confident step at a time. Don't tiptoe around foot health. Step forward with Faith Regional Physician Services Foot and Ankle.
Let's talk school spotlight for tonight's Class C2 quarterfinal matchup between the top-seeded Trojans of Cedar Catholic and the ninth-seeded Chanticleers of Ord. As we take a look, Ord making it here to the playoffs. This is their 8th consecutive appearance in the postseason. They've made 21 trips overall. They've made 3 title game appearances. Their most recent in 2023. They won it all back in 2020 with head coach Nate Wells in his 11th year. 86 wins, 34 losses, only one sub-500 season under Nate Wells. Meanwhile, Cedar Catholic coming into tonight unbeaten, just wrapped up their first unbeaten regular season since 1975 for Coach Chad Cotto. In his 24th year, 164 wins, 85 losses. This team making their 7th consecutive trip to the postseason, 32nd overall. They have made 4 appearances in state championship games, most recently in 2022. They have yet to win a state title. This one of many games going on tonight. The winner of this will face the winner of a tremendous matchup. The 4-5 matchup between Grand Island Central Catholic and Archbishop Bergen, the team who's come closest to beating Cedar Catholic to this point in the season. On what has already been a pretty good day for Northeast Nebraska on the scoreboard in playoffs. Mostly an 8-man. Not too far from here, earlier this afternoon, Crofton advanced to the semifinals in Class D1, blowing out Hemingford 60-12. And how about those Plainview Pirates driving all the way out to Benkelman, Nebraska, and making the trip worth it as they beat Dundee County Stratton tonight, 64-44. So the Pirates are on to the semifinals. And also, the Blue are back in the semifinals. They defeated Hitchcock County on the road earlier this afternoon, 43-12, while St. Mary's out in O'Neill is routing Sandhills Thedford. Basically, Lou, the Highway 20 corridor and north of it is playing pretty well in the postseason right now.
I was kind of sorry to see that Crofton had a bad day. They only scored 60. I don't know what's wrong with those guys. I mean,
they'll watch the tape. You know, they'll be back up to 90 before long. Don't you worry. We've got starting lineups and all the action coming here live at Hochstein Field. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
It all starts at Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, a side-by-side built to work with you on the farm or the ranch. A trusted partner when you're out hunting. And the adventurous speed to feel the thrill when it's time to play. Work hard, ride hard, play hard. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, powering your passion every step of the way.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living better.
Hi, I'm Brett Wiedenfeld, Chief Financial Officer and Ag Lender at the Bank of Hartington. And I'm also a Northeast Nebraska pork producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we have the tools and knowledge to help your operation grow. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
NCN Sports is brought to you by the Carpet Shop of Norfolk, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by Bank of Hartington. The Bank of Hartington wishes the best of luck to all area teams this season. Member FDIC.
In our community, we work hard and stay on the move. But when foot or ankle pain stops you in your tracks, It's time for expert care you can count on. At Faith Regional Physician Services, Foot and Ankle, our team includes 4 dedicated providers who provide care for all ages. Because healthy feet and ankles are essential at every stage of life. From everyday issues like bunions or heel pain to the most complex conditions, including total ankle replacements and Charcot-neuroarthropathy, we provide advanced treatments and compassionate care. Our experts are here to help you heal, regain strength, and get back to doing what you love, one confident step at a time. Don't tiptoe around foot health. Step forward with Faith Regional Physician Services, Foot and Ankle.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Christensen Well and Irrigation, your professional in the water well drilling industry and your certified Rinky dealer. And by Security Bank of Laurel, Hardington, Coleridge, Osmond, and Allen. Security Bank, my kind of bank, member FDIC.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
Underneath a supermoon at Russ Hochstein Field in Hardington, Nebraska, alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay, getting set for a super postseason matchup. Top-seeded Cedar Catholic against Ord. The Chanticleers trying to become the first team in 8 years to start 0-3, but advance to the semifinals in Class C2. And if you're a fan of omens, that could be a good thing, because the last team that did that back in 2017 was the Yatan Chieftains, who started 0-3, entered the postseason as an 11 seed, and won the state title, beating Centennial 27-6. So Ord hoping history repeats, while Cedar Catholic is hoping history is made. Among the programs that has made the most appearances in a postseason in the state of Nebraska without a state title to their name. Teams have similar uniforms. Ord's the team in white, Cedar Catholic the team in red. They will be kicking off to start the game. It's Bodie Hochstein, the junior. He's kind of taken over kickoff duties. It had been Jared Reuter, the senior. You will see Reuter on extra points, I believe, this evening. But it will be Ord and that tremendous offense averaging 400 yards per game, and coming off a week in which they had 541 yards on the ground. Getting set to start on offense. First, we are underway. So glad you could join us here on News Channel Nebraska. From the 5-yard line, here come the Chanticleers. Down the far sideline, wrapped up, brought down. That's Hayden Nelson, the senior. As we take a look at the starting lineups for Ord, starting lineups brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. We talked about Jordan Williams. Hayden Nelson also in triple digits rushing last week. Keep an eye on Bo Wells. They move him all over the field, not just at running back, but he'll split wide at receiver. Very much a gadget-type player for them on offense. 1st and 10 for Ord. Ball at the 24-yard line. And Jordan Williams out of the gun to start the game. One of just 2 quarterbacks in all of 11-man football with 1,000 yards rushing and passing. Adding to it here as he rides a wave of blockers across the 30 to the 31-yard line, the 32-yard line, a gain of 8. It will be 2nd down and 2. We take a look at Cedar Catholic's defense. They have held 3 of their opponents to season lows in yards this year, including last week against Hershey, who mustered just 163 yards and were shut out. On 2nd down, Ord's got 1st down yardage out across the 40, down to the 44-yard line. So that is a gain of 13 for Bo Wells, the sophomore.
I think you can see that Ord has a lot of weapons, and whether it's a quarterback or running back, they nearly had 3 guys over 100 yards last week.
Wells just shy of triple digits. Up the middle on first down, Ord getting a decent gain. That's Wells again, the sophomore, out across the 45 to the 48-yard line on a gain of 4. It'll be second down. Wells coming into tonight, 641 yards on the ground, also 16 receptions. Very good weapon out of the backfield for Coach Nate Wells.
Ord going no huddle, and looks like they're going to try some tempo.
Looking to bounce to the outside. That's Nelson, his first carry. Out across midfield into plus territory for the first time tonight. First third down of the evening. It'll be a 3rd and 2 after the gain of 4.
Ord likes their chances on these short yardage situations.
4 receivers split wide on 3rd and 2. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. It's Williams straight ahead. Now bouncing. And I think he's got it just enough. They're going to mark him right at the sticks at the 46-yard line. Looks like that will indeed be enough for a first down. As you see, Jared Reuter in on the stop after the 2-yard gain. And the Chanticleers keep the opening drive going.
They're going to try to run tempo, try to keep Cedar Catholic off balance. Working so far.
From the 46-yard line on play action, they go to the air. For the first time, Williams dumping underneath, and it is incomplete, knocked away. It'll be second down and 10.
Williams on the rollout there. That's a little bit of a dangerous pass there. You want him to throw it on the other side there, so only the receiver would have any chance to catch that ball.
That was Mike Ocado in coverage. Now they pitch near side on 2nd and 10, and there's the pursuit by Cedar Catholic. The Trojans to the outside. Now a flag comes in at the very end of the play. Brighton Whitmire was in on that stop. It's a gain of 1 pending the flag.
That was after the play ended. That flag comes in there.
Whitmire, by the way, playing just on defense tonight. He's been nursing an injury. Had been their leading rusher last year. He's been hampered. But he will be used on defense this evening.
Yeah, Coach told me before the game that he expects him to play.
Never mind. We play on. So it's a 1-yard gain and sets up Ord with a 3rd down and 9.
It was just a practice penalty.
Yeah, just want to make sure the rotator cuff's feeling good. 45-yard line, 3rd down and 9 for Ord on the opening drive. Williams fires, far sideline, can't high point it, incomplete, too tall, trying to get it to Hayden Nelson, and it's 4th down.
I'll see if Ord's going to try anything here, or maybe try to go for it. Looks like they're going to bring the punt team in. Probably a good idea. We're early in the game. Now this offense, again, very prolific. Scored 35 points in that first half a week ago against Donovan Trumbull, but only led by 5 at halftime. Dominated the second half to pull away in that ball game. But I think we talked about Ord's offense against Cedar Catholic's defense. We'll see what it's like on the other equation.
That's big Colt Meyer punting away, taken by Cotto at the 9. Bounced and stacked up at the 15-yard line, driven down there. So a 36-yard punt. Up 6 yards on the return, and we'll see Cedar Catholic's offense for the first time tonight. Colt Meyer, 225-pound punter. Averages about 38 yards per punt coming into this evening.
We've seen a lot of girthy punters and kickers this year. So
we will see 2 very girthy kickers tonight. Meyer also the kicker, and Jared Reuter at 230, the place kicker for Cedar Catholic.
Now this is where I think is an interesting matchup as well, because I think Cedar Catholic, in years past, they've always had that really good defense, but not always a very dynamic offense. I think they don't throw a lot, but they're pretty efficient in the passing game, and they certainly have some quality running backs. I think they have an opportunity to just be better on offense than they've been in the last few years.
Grady Haber, the sophomore signal caller, hands off to the fullback on first down, bouncing to the outside. That's Easton Hochstein, and you talk about it, Lou, it's the depth. Brighton Whitmire goes down. In a lot of years, that's going to really stymie an offense. But Brody Hochstein, Easton Hochstein, and others have stepped up. Hochstein gets 8 there at 2nd and 2.
Yeah, you just give the ball to a Hochstein and get out of the way. That's kind of the game plan, I'd say.
Just find a Hochstein. There's a million of them out there. 2nd and 2. In motion, Hunter Kukta. They go up the middle for first down yardage. And this offensive line for Cedar Catholic, we've seen them a few times, Lou. They are as dominant as anybody. They are huge up front. They got Sam Weebelhouse at guard. He's got NAIA offers. Concordia, Doan looking at him.
One thing Coach Cotto talked to you about earlier this week is about the leadership on this team and how they haven't had any bad practices this year, Coach said. This is a team that's very focused, and I think you're going to see that here right in the outset.
1st and 10 from the 29 to the outside. There's Hochstein. Big hit. Fights through it. That was a huge collision with Hayden Nelson, the senior. Able to get 7 out of it, though, and it's 2nd down and 3. Take another look at this hit.
Yeah, watch this hit at the end. Yeah, both these teams pretty fired up. When Cedar Catholic was coming on the field, you got Ord getting pretty excited. You know there's going to be some major collisions in this football game.
2nd down and a long 3, I'd call it, from the 35. They go up the middle with the fullback. Ord ready for it. Stout defensively up the middle. As that is, I believe, Hunter Benson straight ahead for the carry. Got about a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Colt Meyer in on the stop, among others.
Now, these are, I think, 1st downs and 3rd downs or defensively. You've got to keep Cedar Catholic at least at 3rd and medium, or better off 3rd and long. You can't allow them too many 3rd and short situations.
Call it 3rd and 3 from the 36. They need the 39. No one over the top for Ord. And it's play action. Haberer on the rollout. Had a man over the top trying to get him. It's tipped. Oh, if he throws that a second earlier, it might be 6. Instead, Jordan Williams tips the pass away from Easton Hochstein, and it's 4th down.
That's funny. When you've got so many guys that play 2 ways, you don't talk a lot about defense with a guy like Williams. You're right. That was just a little late. The pressure slowed that play down, and then Williams, a great job to get over there, good closing speed to knock that ball away and force Cedar Catholic to punt the football.
And now it's Mike Icotto, who leads Class C2 in yards per punt, 44.3 yards per punt. Had a 62-yard boot, or rather a 52-yard boot, earlier this year. Bo Wells back deep to receive. Line of scrimmage, the 36. Good kick away. It will bounce. Ooh, almost hit a Ord player. Takes a Cedar Catholic roll and is blown dead at the 16-yard line. So there you go, 48-yard punt, no return. Mike Icotto, the sophomore, flips the field.
Well, you like it when you can get that ball end over end like that, and when a lot of times when it lands, it will roll for you, and that's exactly what happened. Great job to pin Ord in that powerful offense a little bit deeper than they would like to be. That's going to be, field position I think will be big in this game too, because you don't want to give an offense like Ord's short field opportunities. Make them do what you're doing right now, and that's drive a long field to put points on the board.
1st and 10 from the 16 for Ord, their 2nd time with the ball. Nothing up the middle. Broken up in the backfield, and that is the guy we talked about, Brady Hochstein. His 19th tackle for a loss this season. Look, he's a running back. He's used to spending time in the backfield. He likes to do it on both sides of the ball.
Brady Hochstein, he is the epitome of what this team is.
Yep.
Physical and no nonsense. He's just the guy that shows up and plays the game and plays it hard.
Now in the backfield, trying to misdirection. Cedar Catholic blew it up. Williams brought down back at the 9-yard line. Ord go in the wrong direction. That's a loss of 5.
Yeah, that's great penetration.
That was Ryan Herbelheinrich, the sophomore.
Yeah, Herbelheinrich was in the backfield before that play even got going.
If there is any team in the state that is geared up for 3rd and 17, it is this one. They try a quarterback draw straight ahead. Cedar Catholic swallows it, and the defense gets the 3 and out. Gain of about 5, and Ord decides to just punt it away. Live to see another drive.
And there might not be a better defense, better equipped to handle the offense being 3rd and 17 than Cedar Catholic. It's tough to get yards on these guys. It's tough to get the big play against this defense.
Meyer on to punt again. His first with 38 yards. Low kick, not deep. Checks up, and Cedar Catholic will be starting in plus territory. Just a 25-yard punt. Here in our first quarter, which is brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk, building a legacy, one patient at a time, one generation at a time, from family practice to expert specialists. They're here for you today and every day. There you see Coach Wells. Coach Nate Wells had a great conversation with him earlier this week. He talked about how after that 0-3 start, it was just believing in each other.
Yeah.
And how they came together and the way this team has just bonded through that experience. They have just decided they were not going to lose again, and they've won 7 since.
That's just a great coaching job to keep this team together and keep them confident.
Up against it here, Cedar Catholic starting in Ord territory from the 40. They go up the middle. Ord says no thanks, no gain. On the fullback handoff, out of the pile first, Austin Stethern, the senior, 210-pounder. It'll be second down and 10.
Right, because an important defensive possession here for Ord. 5:14 and counting here in the first quarter. First real opportunity for either team. Hartington, Cedar Catholic with good field position. If you're Ord, you'd like to come away with this with not allowing the Trojans any points.
4 split wide. On second and 10, they run a draw play, tripped up. Boy, there was a hole. That's a great job by Caden Lytle, the senior, limiting that to a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
I think that's what you call a shoestring tackle. Just got him around the ankles there. And he was just, that looked like big play written all over it. But the tackle forces now 3rd down and long.
3rd down, 7. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. That's Hunter Benson, solo to the top of your screen. They've got Booker Hochstein in the slot as well. 3rd and 7. Pressure coming. Haberer over the top, too tall. Incomplete, was trying to get it to Benson, but it was pretty well covered. Pass too tall, and it's 4th and 7. Special teams coming out on the field for Cedar Catholic.
Yeah, it's a big win there for Ord. Nothing doing. Haber, again, Cedar Catholic's not a team that's going to throw the ball a lot, but they're usually pretty efficient when they do. And the key, I think, is to try to force Cedar Catholic in those predictable passing situations. If they run the ball well, they can mix in those play-action passes and throw when they want to. That's when they're dangerous.
That was Landon Kreidel in coverage for Ord, the 175-pound senior. Will hold everything. We got a flag at the snap. Might be a break for Cedar Catholic. It was a bad snap. False start, first penalty of the game. Will go against Cedar Catholic and move them back 5 more yards. And honestly, might not be the worst thing for them. That gives them a little bit more field to work with to try to pin the Chanticleers deep.
Yeah, that's a penalty that, you're right, that was a low snap. Maybe a fortuitous penalty, and then in that situation doesn't really hurt you much. As you mentioned, just a little more field position to work with on this kick.
So now Cotto puts a leg into that one. It was pretty well pressured. Bouncing at the 5 and into the end zone for the touchback. 41-yard punt, no return. Ord will start now this drive at their 20-yard line. Well, not supposed to be easy in the quarterfinals, and both of these offenses trying to get their legs under them. Let's see who scores first. Ord will be on offense now for the 3rd time tonight.
I think you have to feel really good if you're Ord, because a lot of times when Cedar Catholic hits that short field, it's lights out, and you're able to make them go 3 and out and get the football right back. Now we'll see if that momentum from the defensive stop translates into some yards and maybe some points here for the Chanticleers.
From the 20, 1st and 10, 3 receivers split to the right of Jordan Williams, the junior quarterback. Handoff up the middle for a few. Herbal Heinrich in on the stop as well. He's really come on later in the season. The sophomore had a big game in their win against Norfolk Catholic that you saw here on News Channel Nebraska. That time stopping Nelson for a gain of 3. That'll be 2nd and 7.
Again, you've got a team that's multidimensional. You've got to take something away. I think for Cedar Catholic, you're going to try to stop that run and force them into predictable passes.
Back to the ground, trying to get to the outside. Cedar Catholic hems it in. Minimal gain to the 25. It'll be 3rd down and about 5 upcoming.
Ord went from a big defensive stop. Now can they get yards offensively? You'd love to put together a drive here. You don't want to go 3 and out and give the ball right back to Cedar Catholic if you can help it. 3rd
down 5. Williams out of the gun. He's going to keep it. It's an option. Set up pretty well. Ball's loose. Ball's out. Cedar Catholic's got it. Pitch was behind the runner. Mason Baller, the senior, comes up with it. First big play of the night goes the way of the top seed.
It was Bodie Hochstein that came up and disrupted that pitch, or the pitch man, I should say. He was looking at Hochstein more than he was looking at the pitch. And then that fumble, Baller gets to it. And, boy, turnovers will loom large in a game like this. Now, for Cedar Catholic, you've got the turnover. You've got to be able to take advantage of that. For Ord, you've got to play some good sudden change defense and try to stop the Trojans once again.
Cedar Catholic was +5 turnover ratio coming into tonight. They've got it 1st and 10 at the Ord 24. On play action, Haber in traffic and almost intercepted. That was Colton Thompson, who had a bead on that one and was ready for his first interception of the season.
I think that ball was just thrown a little bit behind his intended receiver there. And, boy, that Cedar Catholic, you're lucky to keep the football after that pass.
High formation behind Haber on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, back to Hochstein. Got a hole up the middle. Hochstein breaks free. He's gone. Touchdown, Cedar Catholic. 24 yards. Brady Hochstein's 13th rushing touchdown this season.
Well, you nearly turned it over, but you go back to your bread and butter, and that's just power football. Hochstein gets a great block there at the point of attack and takes that one to the house. That's what Cedar Catholic does so well, that power run game. And also taking advantage of other teams' mistakes.
And now we'll see Reuter on for the extra point. He's been good this year, 29 of 36 on extra points. He does have a 37-yard field goal to his credit as well. Bodie Hochstein will hold. Good snap. Kick is up. And it is good. So Cedar Catholic takes advantage of the turnover. 2:49 to go opening quarter. Trojans. Defense. It's been there all season. They've pitched 17 shutouts in their last 18 quarters. And their offense, the benefactor. 7-0. Cedar Catholic with the lead. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
The name Hochstein means a lot here in Hartington. Of course, Russ Hochstein, a Super Bowl winner. And tonight, it's Brady Hochstein, who's got Cedar Catholic with a 7-0 lead alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. And now Ord trailing. This did not happen to them often. At least it hasn't in the last couple of months. Straight ahead. Hit hard across the 20 to the 21-yard line, Hayden Nelson. And now let's see what Ord can do. You know, this game starting off kind of a microcosm of their season, right? Yeah. Playing pretty well, falling behind. As we've seen, this is a team that knows how to rally.
Yeah, they outscored Donovan Trumbull in the second half 28-0 a week ago. So they're a very dangerous offensive team. But I don't think you want to fall behind too far in this game against Cedar Catholic, because this team can run the football and they can minimize your possessions. So for Ord, you've got to be able to match here if you can.
Back to the ground, back to Wells, and nothing. Off the right side of the line, breaking through Jared Reuter, the senior. Reuter, they'll give him the line of scrimmage, so no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Reuter, excellent offensive lineman. We've talked about how good their offensive line is, but that defensive line is frighteningly good.
Or they've got almost four receivers bunched right on the near side of the line. One receiver split wide. Out of the gun. Now shifting Wells in the backfield. Jordan Williams still looking for his first completion of the night. On the rollout, looking deep over the top, has a man. It's caught behind the defense. It's Colton Thompson, the sophomore, and he is gone. 79 yards. The Chanticleers have awoken and are an extra point away from tying this game.
Wow. We talked about Williams' legs, but he's a multidimensional player. That's an excellent pass. Threaded the defense just over the top. And then you got Colton Thompson with a nice catch. And, boy, once he caught that football, there's no Trojans out there. That's a big-time, big play and a great answer for the Chanticleers.
Thompson's second receiving touchdown this year, the 17th touchdown pass for Williams. Now, Myron for the extra point. He's 47 of 51. Make it 48 of 52. And here we go. Ord's high-powered offense. You weren't going to keep him down forever. Jordan Williams, the junior, electrifying the crowd here in Hartington. We got ourselves a tie ball game. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
At Security Bank, we believe that growing a strong community starts here. We're committed to more than just financial services. We're committed to you. Whether you're planting seed for the next big crop or building a family legacy, we're here to help you grow. From operating loans to community events, we're more than a bank. We're your neighbors, your partners, and your biggest supporters. Security Bank, located in Laurel, Allen, Osmond, Hartington, and Coleridge. My kind of bank, proudly serving your community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Seven matchup between the 1 and the 9 seed in Class C2, alongside Lou Seifger. I'm Eric McKay. Cedar Catholic has given up just 14 points since the month of October began. The only other team to score on them since then, Norfolk Catholic, a game they won 27-7. Bit of a squib kick, fielded at the 24-yard line by an up back. That's Bodie Hochstein. He's out to about the 40. Sorry, that's Booker Hochstein. I'm just going to start saying Hochstein. I'll be right. Out to the 40-yard line where Cedar Catholic will take over with a short field and a tie ball game once again.
You have at least about a 50% chance of being right if you said Hochstein. That's probably one reason this team's so good. But well, we mentioned that Ord needed an answer, right? Well, how about a minute and 4 seconds after Cedar Catholic scores a touchdown, they have hit a big play and get right back in this game, tying it up. And that's what Ord can do. Such a powerful offense.
With a sweep play, turning up field, good blocking, close to first down yardage. That's Bodie Hochstein, the junior, into plus territory. They'll give him 10 and a first down. And that offensive line of Cedar Catholic, they have just been so good all year.
Yeah, I really like that offensive line. Guys like Stefan and Rudar and Taney.
Taney times two. You got Mason and Hayden on the right side.
Yeah, very, very true. They've been so consistent this season, and that's, again, another reason I think the Cedar Catholic team's maybe a little bit better than they've been in the last few years is because of that offense.
Fullback up the middle. That's Hochstein dragging Chanticleers out to about the 40-yard line. Boy, Brady and Easton Hochstein. You imagine running an Oklahoma drill against them? No, thank you. That's another 10-yard gain, another first down.
Yeah, if I did that, I'd have to consult my life insurance before I participated in anything with those guys.
Well, they moved the sticks. I don't think he went 10 yards. He only went 9. So, yeah, we moved the sticks back. It'll be a second down and about a yard. So the line of scrimmage was the 49-yard line. There we go. We got it right. Just getting the legs warm. That's all.
Yeah, it's a little chilly out there.
So second down and short from the Ord 40. Maryland I behind Grady Haber, the Cedar Catholic bobsled team. They'll go to the deep back. It's Hochstein. Bounces, stiff arms, trips forward for first down yardage. across the 35 to about the 33-yard line. Give them 7 and another first down.
Well, again, this is, lots of good Hochsteins on this team, but Brady, again, I think, for my money, he is the epitome of this team, and you get in a situation, you need yards, he's going to be handling the football. Just a real solid, physical running back.
Cooper Hochstein in motion. They hand off. This time, Ord ready for it. Met in the hole. That's Caden Lytle, the senior. One of their best defensive players, leading tackler. He had 4 sacks last week against Donovan Trumbull. That time it's a TFL. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, 4 sacks in one game. That's pretty good for a season for a lot of guys here as we end the first quarter. This is going to be a fun football game, Eric.
Strap in, folks. This one's going to be a blast. We are tied at 7 after 1. The top seed, Cedar Catholic, getting it done on the ground. The 9 seed, Ord, getting it done through the air. We're tied at 7. You're watching high school playoff football on News Channel Nebraska. Hey, folks, we want to send a shout-out to the folks watching tonight's game at Carl's Tavern out in Ord. Big thanks to Carl and Diane Kuchera. Set up a watch party for the folks out there who weren't able to stream the game tonight. Understand it's quite a party out there on South 15th downtown. Hope you're having a good time at Carl's. Thanks for joining us. Great game so far. Tied at 7 as we start the second quarter alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Ball's out. Ord saying they have it. And they do. Chanticleer's come up with a fumble. It's Knox Nelson, the junior, out with a pile after Haber just mishandled the snap.
Yeah, did not get that snap cleanly. And what a break for Ord. Cedar Catholic moving the football there at about the 35-yard line, but cough it up. Now the Chanticleers get a chance maybe to take the lead. You see the ball there. Kind of in that scrum there, but Ord gets the turnover and gets the football back.
That's Nelson's second fumble recovery this year. Now on play action, trying to stretch to the outside. Cedar Catholic minimizing the gain. Williams out there for a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8. That was Brady Hochstein in on the stop. 80 tackles coming into tonight for the 180-pound senior.
Such a disruptor out there. Suppose they give us a cheeseburger from that watch party? Is it too? That's probably too far of a drive.
Lou, they got a burger out there. I'm going to describe this burger when we get a chance. My goodness. Straight up the middle, out across the 40, down to the 41-yard line is Bo Wells. Okay, so let me tell you about the Sweet Fire Burger. Peanut butter, raspberry jalapeno jelly, jalapenos, and bacon on a burger. One day that will be mine.
Well, that either sounds really good or really bad. I'm not sure which. I'm sure coming from that down, it'll be a great burger. That's an interesting combination. I would love to try it.
I know what my cardiologist thinks. 3rd down and 4, straight ahead, or 1st down and more. Into Cedar Catholic territory goes Jordan Williams. Finally brought down at the 43-yard line after a gain of 16. First time he's broken out tonight.
Big 3rd down pickup. And you're doing it on the ground. Williams, Mr. Everything for this Ord team, picks up a big 1st down into Cedar Catholic territory.
Quickly to the line come the Chanticleers, trying to run tempo, bowling forward. The Ord offensive line. Some big guys in there. They got some good ones. Colt Meyer on that offensive line. He's got all kinds of NAIA offers, Dakota Wesleyan, Doane, Mount Marty, also getting interest in baseball. Great athletes out there in Ord. Now a swing pass near side, set up well. Directing traffic, hit hard at the 25-yard line, but first down yardage on a gain of 11 to Colton Thompson.
Yeah, that was set up very well. Cedar Catholic does get over there, but that's a good gain and another first down for the Chanticleers.
Moving quickly now at the 25-yard line, trying to take their first lead of the night. Nice job on the read option. Kept it for himself. Williams breaks to the outside, turns the corner for 6.
When you see what Cedar Catholic's up against here, this offense not only talented, but this tempo, it just makes it very difficult. You're lucky to get set, and they're running another play.
Second down 4 after the gain of 6. Back up the middle. Fighting forward is Nelson. Close to first down yardage at the 15. He does indeed have it. First and 10. Chanticleer's cooking after the fumble recovery.
Yeah, they are on the move, and here we go. You don't want to go to the refrigerator and get something to eat because you're going to miss about 3 plays here with the way Ord's running their offense.
You don't want to blink. First and 10 from the 15. Handoff. Nelson up ahead for about 5, maybe 4. But now it's that Ord offensive line starting to set the tempo a little bit, pushing Cedar Catholic backwards.
Yeah, again, I think this tempo is definitely in Ord's favor. If you're running traditional offense against Cedar Catholic, I don't know that many teams are going to win that game. But when you're able to spread them out, run tempo, and get them off balance, you've got a great chance.
Up the middle, on the keeper, Williams, left side. Bounces forward for about 6, close to first down yardage. They got him about a yard shy, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. Ord not huddling again. 3rd down and short. From the 6. It's Williams. Same play as last time. And this time he's got a first down and then some. Down to the 1-yard line. It'll be first and goal, Chanticleers.
Boy, that was so close to a touchdown. Ord with a great drive here now. A yard away from taking the lead.
Not even wasting a second. Out of the gun, first and goal from the 1. Williams straight ahead into the end zone. Touchdown! Chanticleers have the lead on the top seed in Class C2.
Well, we saw Cedar Catholic take advantage of a mistake. Now it's Ord off the turnover, off the fumble a few minutes ago. A very impressive drive ends with power football there. Williams, Mr. Dynamic, gets the touchdown from a yard out.
His 18th rushing touchdown this season. And now Colt Meyer on for the extra point. Drills it. Each team with a turnover, each team turning it into a touchdown. And with 8:29 to go in the half, it's Ord up 14-7. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
Coach Nate Wells, he's won a state championship back in the 2020. He's taken his team to the state championship 3 times, believes he's got the talent to do it again, and he's got the unbeaten Cedar Catholic Trojans trailing 14-7 here in the second quarter. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay.
Now, Ord won that in 2020 over Archbishop Bergen, a team that, if things play out right, they could be playing next week.
Archbishop Bergen and Grand Island Central Catholic, the 4-5 matchup going on as we speak. Look out, live ball. Cedar Catholic just going to fall on it at the 24-yard line and send their offense out. As we mentioned, GICC and Archbishop Bergen, they're headed to the second quarter. It is GICC with the lead, 17-14. Maybe a bit higher scoring, I think, than a lot of people thought that might be.
For sure.
Malcolm with a 14-10 lead over Kearney Catholic. That's at the half. Halfway through the second quarter, Bishop Neumann 14, Yutan 6.
That's interesting. Yutan looked great against Norfolk Catholic. That's a team I don't know that many people talked about winning a state championship, but it's this kind of year in Class C2, I think anybody that's left could win it.
We talked about it. This could be the chaos bracket. It's been chaotic here tonight. Muscling forward across the 25 to the 28-yard line is Brady Hochstein on a gain of 4. It'll be second down for the Trojans.
Yeah, we'll see if Cedar Catholic just continues to play the ground and pound game and try to eat some clock. It's one of those where, you don't want to get too conservative in a game like this, but that's what they've done all year, is be able to control the line of scrimmage. I like the way Ord's playing right now. They're making it tough on the defensive side of the football for the Trojans.
High formation behind Haberer. A little bit of a counterplay. Ord in the backfield. Knox Nelson, the junior. His 5th tackle for loss this season, loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 7 now for the Trojans.
Again, another big win for Ord. If you're going to beat Cedar Catholic, you've got to put them in those longer yardage situations and force them into predictable passing situations. I don't know that Cedar Catholic can win this game if they live in 3rd down and long. That's more Ord's territory. They're much better staying on schedule and running the football. Now that you're forcing Cedar Catholic out of their comfort zone, you've got to be able to complete passes to keep the chains moving.
Haberer has completed the ball well this season, 56% coming into tonight, but he's 0 for 3. Trying to change that here on 3rd and 7. Far side, tip down. Great coverage. Pass intended for Quinn Hochstein, but Jordan Williams, who has 5 interceptions this season, came up, knocked it away, and it's a 3 and out.
Yeah, that's not Jordan Williams. That's Michael Jordan Williams out there. What a game he's having so far, and what a season he's having. That's a big-time defensive play. And Cedar Catholic's got to punt the football away. Ord has a chance to maybe go up a couple of scores here on the road.
Bo Wells back deep to return this punt. Line of scrimmage to 27. Cotto. End over end kick. Takes a Cedar Catholic bounce inside the 40. Rolls dead at the 36-yard line. That's a 37-yard punt, no return. But Ord's offense back out on the field after forcing a 3 and out. And Lou, they're not going to let this defense catch their breath.
Yeah, you've got to, Cedar Catholic, you've got to find a way to slow this offense down. And once that high-tempo offense is a rhythm offense. Once they get in that rhythm, it's tough to slow them down. You've got to find a way to break the rhythm and put them maybe in a situation that does not allow that quick plays to go here rapid fire.
QB keeper to the near side. Williams has a convoy of blockers into Cedar Catholic territory. Spun down at the 44-yard line. Ord's offense is cooking now. That's a gain of 19.
Yeah, and they can do it. It's not just a passing attack that they can make big plays, and especially with that guy out there. Again, a guy that had over 300 yards rushing in the first-round playoff game against Donovan Trumbull.
1st and 10 in Cedar Catholic territory from the 44. Up the middle, Wells hesitates. Almost sprung it. Brought down by Hochstein at the 35, but that's a gain of 9 again. And now Lou Ord getting chunk plays on 1st down.
Yeah, they are playing fast and playing, as you mentioned, big here, getting some big plays.
2nd and short. Back to Wells, this time Cedar Catholic in the backfield. Spun forward, that was Quinn Hochstein in the backfield, but he's still able to fight forward and get enough for the 1st down. Wells kept the play alive and got the yard he needed.
Yeah, short gain, but for a 1st down. You're all right with that if you're Ord.
From the 33 of Cedar Catholic, now just past the halfway point of the second quarter. Williams will keep and pay for it. Sandwiched at the 35. That's a loss of 2. Big Will Steffen in on the stop, and it's second down.
Will Steffen and Easton Hochstein both there. Kind of sandwiched him there. That's a great job. Getting in there quickly. You got to try to beat your man up front, get off those blocks, and get to Williams as quickly as you can.
They call it a loss of 1, so 2nd and 11. Williams, quick out. Cedar Catholic there for it, leaping into the arms of the awaiting defender. Out across the 30 to the 29-yard line. Colton Thompson's had a busy night. Only 11 receptions coming into this evening. That's his 3rd tonight. Gets 6.
Yeah, he's been productive. Here we go. This is, I think, a big play here for you. Cedar Catholic, we talked about trying to slow these guys down and try to get them off the field.
3rd down, call it 7. Ball at the 29-yard line. Williams, speed option. Cuts upfield, didn't get there. But it's a manageable 4th down situation. Got to about the 25. It's 4th and 3.
Boy, you got to believe the Chanticleers are going to go for it here with this offense and this field position. Too far for a field goal, but too close to punt. Yeah, I think it's a no-doubter. Coach Wells going to go for it here. 4th and 3.
Ball's at the 26. They need the 23. 4th down and 3. Wells in motion. Williams, hands off, up the middle, didn't get there. High snap, slowed the play up. Cedar Catholic broke through, and the defense gets a much-needed stop for the Trojans.
Yeah, you kind of felt like Cedar Catholic had to have that stop. This offense, as we mentioned, really getting into rhythm. And one way to disrupt that is to just take the football away, either on a turnover or on downs in this situation, and give that football back to your offense.
That was Brady Hochstein again. Sam Wiebelhaus in there as well. Now Cedar Catholic takes over at the 25. Can they get their offense back on track? Trailing for the first time since week 3. Wow. Maryland I. Misdirection, handoff to the second back through the hole across the 30. Bodie Hochstein, the junior. Only 8 yards rushing coming in tonight. Again, no Brighton Whitmire on offense. They're using him defensively, but he continues to nurse that injury that's been bugging him all year.
I believe that was a quads injury. And you'd love to have him back on offense at some point in time, kind of the big play guy for this offense.
2nd down 5 out of the backfield. A little too much paprika on that one. It'll be 3rd down. Haber 0 for 5 through the air.
Yeah, I think if I were talking to Haber, I would just tell him to slow it down a little bit. Just, I think, kind of rushing the play. He's thrown a couple of bad passes. I think you want to allow that pass pattern to develop and deliver the football.
Shotgun set, 3rd down 5 from the 30. In motion, Hunter Benson. They fake on the ground, want to go with a slant play. Ball is out. They're going to say incomplete pass. Ooh. They say the arm was going forward. Levi Klein thought he had his first fumble recovery of the season. As it is, it'll go incomplete, and Cedar Catholic will have to punt again.
Boy, that was close. That was very close.
Take a look. Yeah, arm definitely coming forward. Yep. That's a good call. Boy, dare I say it, reminiscent of the old tuck rule play there.
That's a great shot from our crew there to nice see that very clearly. From our vantage point at first, I wasn't sure that he didn't get hit as he was bringing the ball back. And
that's Dylan on camera down there, doing a great job. But Cedar Catholic will have to punt again. Cotto. High spiraling kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 40-yard line. 30-yard punt, no return. Ord's defense does the job again, and now we'll try to add points before the end of the half.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity here for Ord. I mean, you still have 3 timeouts to work with. you've been able to move the football pretty well against this great defense. This Cedar Catholic defense, first 5 games of the year, they gave up 54 points, which is still really good. The last 5 games before this one, they gave up a total of 7. So you see what Ord has been able to do just in the first half. Now, 14 points isn't a lot, but it's a lot against Cedar Catholic.
And they've controlled this game. This is their 35th offensive snap to just 21 for Cedar Catholic. It's a good one over the top. Pass was short. If it's on time, that might be 6.
Yeah.
Brighton Whitmire in coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. That pass intended for Wells out of the backfield.
Yeah, Williams had his hands on his head. He knew that one could have been a touchdown if that was delivered better. And still almost a big play.
2nd down 10 from the 40. Ord, the 9 seed, trying to turn an 0 for start into a trip to the semifinals. Look at Williams, just keep that play alive. Shedding defenders, only got a yard, but that was an impressive 1-yard run.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, another 3rd down opportunity for Ord. And again, more well-equipped to handle the 3rd down and long than Cedar Catholic in their style of offense. But if you're Cedar Catholic and you get them in 3rd and long, you've got to get off the field. This offense is too good to give up those long yardage situations.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right on 3rd down and 9. Cedar Catholic playing a 4-deep defense. Basically 2 linebackers out there. On the rollout, Williams firing, thinking big, has a man, caught, 1st down. Colton Thompson playing the game of his life. Down to the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 34.
Yeah, Colton Thompson, he's decided that he's going to show up and help his team win this football game. Gets wide open over there. Cedar Catholic lost him and paid for it. 1st down, Chanticleers.
All 4 of Williams' completions have been to Thompson tonight. Now up the middle, not much. Maybe a couple there to Bo Wells. Thompson came into tonight having caught the ball 11 times. He has 4 receptions this evening for 128 yards and a touchdown.
Having a career game.
2nd down, 8 for the Chanticleers, trying to add points. They've got all 3 of their timeouts still as well. Coming near side pass, caught on the quick hitter. Nothing after the catch. Stays in bounds at the 19-yard line. They came near side to Landon Kreidel.
I feel like a touchdown here for Ord would really change the dynamics going into the 3rd quarter. Cedar Catholic has a good offense, but not necessarily a big play offense.
3rd down, 5. Williams, 1st down yardage. Out across the 15, down to the 12. That's a gain of 6. Chanticleers move the sticks again.
Well, they've been in a lot of 3rd down situations already in this ball game. And another 1st down. Boy, Ord is moving the football.
From the 12, 1st and 10, hold everything. We got a stoppage and a timeout called by Cedar Catholic. We'll take a timeout as well. 77 seconds to go. First half. Chanticleers trying to add to their lead. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
At TC Amish Home, we want to help you live better, longer, with a complete selection of health-focused power chairs from Ultra Comfort. Ultra Comfort features zero-gravity positioning, giving you that weightless feeling and increasing your circulation. Elevate your feet, release tension, reduce swelling, and maximize blood flow. They are fully programmable to your customized settings. With the softest, easy-to-clean fabrics, the entire family is able to enjoy the benefits of your new Ultra Comfort power chair. Live better, longer with Ultra Comfort at TC Amish Home in Norfolk.
First and 10, the Ord Chanticleers. Took them a while to get going, but once they did, this offense has shown up in a big way. They've got a 14-7 lead on unbeaten Cedar Catholic and are looking to add to it. And again, that timeout was called by Cedar Catholic, so Ord still has all 3 of theirs as they have it 1st and 10 at the 12.
Yeah, the entire offensive playbook open for you if you're Ord, especially with those 3 timeouts.
And they go to the bread and butter. That's Williams out across the 10 to about the 9. Gain of about 3. It'll be second down and 7. Already Williams' 17th carry in this game.
Yeah, he is a workhorse, no doubt about it, for Ord.
Ord just going to let that clock melt inside of a minute. Second and 7. Back to the ground. It's Wells bouncing, trying to get the edge. Got there. Touchdown. And Ord adds to their lead. Bo Wells has Ord up 2 scores on Cedar Catholic.
Wow. Big time play. Wells gets outside, breaks contain on that defense, and Ord really taking control of this football game right now. You got to be concerned if you're Cedar Catholic. The way Ord has established this offense, they have not been able to slow them down lately.
That's Wells' 8th rushing touchdown this season. Extra point on its way. It is good. 21 unanswered for the Chanticleers. The Trojans have not trailed by this much at any point this season. We'll keep it here. 48 seconds to go in the first half, and Ord is fired up on the sidelines.
Yeah, and rightfully so. This is a great exhibition right now of how you play a team like Cedar Catholic, a very physical team, a team that likes to establish themselves at the line of scrimmage. Well, what they've been able to do, aside from the play calling has been very good, they've been playing that fast game, and I don't think Cedar Catholic's seen anything like that all year. You've got to be able to adjust to the speed of this offense and the way, how quickly they've been getting plays in and out. And their execution level has been fantastic here, especially here in the second quarter. And like I said, I think it changes the dynamics a little bit. Unless Cedar Catholic can put points on the board in the next 48 seconds, they're going to be down 2 scores at halftime against a team that they're having trouble slowing down. That changes kind of the way you think of how you want to call the game offensively.
Cedar Catholic will have the ball to start the second half. No doubt that will be on their mind when they decide what to do with 48 seconds to go in the half and 2 timeouts. Another squibber fielded at the 34, down at the 40-yard line. Goes Hunter Kukta, the senior, so decent field position, and you've got a kicker who's got a 37-yarder under his belt. Let's see what Cedar Catholic does. Or do they just decide go to the half, try to find some adjustments?
Well, I think if you've got field position here, you think about trying to make a play or 2 downfield. You're going to have the passing game, I think, show up here in the second half for Cedar Catholic. Talk about making one team one-dimensional. Now, again, Cedar Catholic's basically a running team, but they've been able to be efficient in the passing game. Not so tonight.
They are going to the air here. That's the first completion tonight. I think brought down inbounds on the far sideline is Booker Hochstein at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Well, they'll say he got out of bounds, so it'll be second and 5.
Yeah, you try to play those sidelines. You still got 2 timeouts to work with. But if you're going to score here, you got to take a shot or 2, I think, downfield.
Second down 5 from the 45. 4 split wide. Pressure coming. Haberer on the move. Throws against the grain. Knocked away. Incomplete. That's great coverage again. If he wasn't one of the best quarterbacks in the state, he'd be a shoo-in for all-state quarterback. Jordan Williams breaking it up. It's third down.
Well, he has been doing that all night, just breaking perfectly on those passes. That looked like a completion, and all of a sudden Williams comes in there. Watch the closing speed there. Knock that football away from Hochstein.
And there was a flag on the play on Cedar Catholic. Holding will push them back another 10 yards. So this half cannot end fast enough for Cedar Catholic at home.
Yeah, you're going to have to regroup if you're Cedar Catholic at halftime, and that kind of we talked about what Coach Cotto said. Great leadership on this team. We'll see how that factors into the second half for the Trojans.
Call it second and 15 from the 35. One receiver split wide.
They'll go back to the ground here with Hochstein. Off the right side, it's about 5. And it'll be 3rd down and 10. No indication that Cedar Catholic is looking to stop the clock here.
Yeah, I think that penalty kind of took out any idea of trying to get a big play downfield. We'll see. Maybe they run one more here with 13 seconds to go before halftime.
They'll keep it on the ground, just see what they can get with it. It's Hochstein to the outside. He's got some room. Hochstein knocked out of bounds. Well, let's see. There was 1 second on the clock, and then it ticked down to triple zeros. Let's see what they do here. He got to the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 21.
I think they're going to put a second back on the clock here.
Yeah, take a look at the clock as he gets shoved out of bounds. Yeah, there's still a second on the clock. And they will put a second back on the clock. Cedar Catholic will call timeout. Well, how about that? Brady Hochstein, a 22-yard run. They've got it set up at the 38-yard line for at least one heave to the end zone, maybe a hook and lateral, but at least a chance for Cedar Catholic to get points heading into the half.
And Cedar Catholic gets the big run, and it sets themselves up for that opportunity. That's a tough play to make 38 yards away, but it gives you that chance. We'll see what Coach Cotto and his guys come up with to run here.
The remarkable thing about this first half, the ball control, Ord is playing like the Oregon Ducks. They have run 40 offensive plays in this first half to just 24 for Cedar Catholic. 40 in a high school half.
Yeah, they have 5 third down conversions in this first half.
Ord running the old 7 deep defense, trying to keep this out of the end zone. Let's see what happens from the 38-yard line. Grady Haber in the gun. Directing traffic, now pressured. Haber on the rollout. Fires, deep, late, caught, but won't get to the end zone, and that's the end of the first half. The Ord Chanticleers have showed up. They've won 7 in a row. They're looking for 8. They've got the top seed down 14 as we head to the half. Halftime show next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
This is Nebraska, and so is this. News Channel Nebraska's mission is to connect everyone in Nebraska, urban and rural. Because when people in Palisade understand what happens in Grand Island, and when people in Scotts Bluff get to share their story with the people of Niobrara, we become one Nebraska. This is Nebraska, and this is home.
It's time to get in the game. When you team up with teammates, you don't need pads or a playbook. 1 hour a week can encourage a student in your community to win in school and in life. Hundreds of young people are waiting for a mentor to show up and build their confidence, character, and hope for the future. Be the teammate every young person deserves. The clock is ticking. Sign up at teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The AGI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Rookie. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living better.
Halftime here at Russ Hochstein Field. And the home team is trailing 21-7. Cedar Catholic down at the half to Ord. Outgained by the Chanticleers 278 to 136 in the first half. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. And Lou, we talked about it. This could be the chaos bracket. We thought it would be. And boy, Ord trying to make it that way tonight. You see the bracket. The winner gets either Archbishop Bergen or Grand Island Central Catholic. They are waning moments. First half, it is still 17-14. GICC with the lead. All 31 of those points came in the first quarter. You think of the other half of the bracket, you've got Bishop Neumann at the half, the 2 seed. They've got a 17-6 lead over UTAN. And right now it is Malcolm, 14-10. They lead Kearney Catholic. So you've got the 6 seed leading the 3 seed, and the 9 seed leading the 1 seed, and the 5 seed leading the 4 seed. So right now in 3 of the 4 games in the C2 bracket, the lower seed has the lead.
That's chaos, right?
It is.
That's crazy, but that's what we expected, I think, out of Class C2. Is just so many teams that could win a state championship. You know, Eric, I know you remember from 2011 to 2015, Aquinas Catholic won 4 state championships.
Yep.
In 2013, they lost in the championship game to a team called Donovan Trumbull.
Yep.
I think a lot of people overlooked Donovan Trumbull that year. They were very good on the offensive end, and they didn't run the same type of offense that Ord is running. But I see some similarities there. I see a team that is on fire, playing great football at the right time. And we did the game when Donovan Trumbull played Battle Creek, and Battle Creek was the big physical team, and everybody thought Battle Creek was going to win that game. Now, I think a lot of people thought Cedar Catholic was going to win, and they still might win this ball game. But the way Ord has come in and controlled the tempo, ran the football through the football, multi-dimensional offense, I think there's some similarities there about a team and a team playing their best football at the right time.
C1, it is the very opposite. All the favorites leading comfortably. Sydney has already moved on. They beat Fort Calhoun this afternoon 46-16. Our other game tonight, Ashland Greenwood, we saw them last week, Lou. They look real good.
Yeah.
They continue to look good. They lead Syracuse right now 33-8. That's in the second quarter. Wahoo, still good. They're at the half leading Mount Michael Benedictine 42-0. That's at the half. And in Columbus at the break, it's Columbus Lakeview 21, Aurora nothing.
You might have Wahoo play Millard South.
Yeah, I think that's
about the only team that can hang with Wahoo, it seems.
We've got much more. We'll take a look at first half highlights. Get you set for the second half coming up. You're watching Class C2 playoff football on News Channel Nebraska.
At Faith Regional Health Services, we know that welcoming a baby is one of life's most meaningful moments. Our supportive, experienced team delivers more than babies. We deliver safe practices, education, and customized birth plans. Whether it's your first child or your 4th, you deserve expert care in a private space that feels calm, warm, and prepared. Faith Regional Health Services, expert hands for your exceptional beginning.
NCN Sports is brought to you by the Carpet Shop of Norfolk, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by Bank of Hardington. The Bank of Hardington wishes the best of luck to all area teams this season. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Marie Haar, Vice President and Ag Lender at Bank of Hardington, and a Northeast Nebraska dairy and beef producer. Whether it's developing a marketing strategy, a break-even analysis, or cash flow projections, at the Bank of Hardington, we understand the ever-changing demands and challenges of today's grain and livestock producers. We understand these challenges because we are farmers, and we're living it too.
He's there with me.
in the moment.
It is one of the best things I do every week.
Anyone can be a mentor. It comes back to you tenfold.
She got to meet me, I'm pretty cool.
I'm glad I have a mentor.
People actually care about me.
What you're going to receive is way more than you're going to give. Once you get involved in teammates, you're kind of hooked.
It's the absolute best.
It gives me goosebumps right now talking about it.
That says it all. Be a mentor.
Join the team.
Be a mentor.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Christensen Well and Irrigation, your professional in the water well drilling industry and your certified Rinky dealer. And by Security Bank of Laurel, Hardington, Coleridge, Osmond, and Allen. Security Bank, my kind of bank, member FDIC.
Nebraska Public Power District was ready to power the state's ag industry growth in the 70s and the ethanol industry in the 2000s. Today, the need for energy is growing at a rapid pace. We are ready. We are expanding our diverse energy generation mix and building on to an already reliable and resilient infrastructure, not only to power today, but to empower Nebraska's tomorrow. Nebraska Public Power District.
At Security Bank, we believe that growing a strong community starts here. We're committed to more than just financial services. We're committed to you. Whether you're planting seed for the next big crop or building a family legacy, we're here to help you grow. From operating loans to community events, we're more than a bank. We're your neighbors, your partners, and your biggest supporters. Security Bank, located in Laurel, Allen, Osmond, Hardington, and Coleridge. My kind of bank, proudly serving your community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The crown jewel of Valley County, Ord, Nebraska. No doubt folks rocking in Ord right now, watching either at home or out at Carl's Tavern. They've got a 21-7 lead on the unbeaten Cedar Catholic Trojans here in Hardington tonight. Alongside Lou Seifker, I'm Eric McKay. Let's take a look at our halftime highlights. And Lou, early on it looked like maybe this would be a defensive struggle. Cedar Catholic getting the turnover early, and they knew what to do with it. They were really controlling this game early on.
Yeah, get the turnover, and we'll see here momentarily what Cedar Catholic does and does so well, and that's just run it right down your throat and make you pay for your mistakes.
Brady Hochstein with a touchdown run, his 13th of the season. Cedar Catholic had the lead. But after that, Ord kind of woke up a little bit. Cedar Catholic had gotten a defensive stop. Ord gets a turnover, and that lights the fire under their offense. 79 yards. You see the kind of quarterback that Williams is. That was a tough throw that he dropped on the button to Colton Thompson for the 79-yard strike. That got Ord on the board.
Yeah, placed that one perfectly, and Thompson showing up big in this ballgame.
Bad snap. Ord falls on it. Knox Nelson comes up with a fumble recovery, and from this point on, Lou, it has been all Chanticleers. That turnover is what turned this game. You see Williams in from 1 yard out. Jordan Williams, 17 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown in the first half. Cedar Catholic trying to get something going. Williams, he does it defensively as well. He might be the best cover man in the state, in addition to the best quarterback. He's made a few of those plays tonight. Cedar Catholic just has not been able to get their offense back on track after that fumble. Here Cedar Catholic was able to get a stop on fourth down. Weren't able to do anything with it, though. Ord's defense has really stepped up as well. You talk so much about the offense. They held Cedar Catholic to 136 yards in that first half. And then Williams, look at it, thrown against the grain back across the field. Colton Thompson, what a first half. 4 receptions, 128 yards, and a touchdown. And then, speaking of touchdowns, this time on the ground, Bo Wells in from 9 yards out, and Ord, 21 unanswered, 278 yards of offense in the first half. Again, they were over 600 last week against Donovan Trumbull. They're on pace for over 500 tonight against a team that has been the best defense in the state of Nebraska this year.
Yeah, what you just said is outstanding. I mean, but we knew Ord could move the football, and they've been incredibly impressive in that first half. But for my money, it's the defense that has really stood tall. because we've seen Cedar Catholic, and they usually show up and just out-muscle you. They push you around and wear you down. That defense has stood tall. And after that, the turnover that turned into a touchdown, you're right, they've controlled the game, but they've done it a lot on defense. And one thing they've done is they put Cedar Catholic in long yardage situations. Cedar Catholic isn't that comfortable at 3rd down 8, 3rd down and 7, 3rd down and 9. They're more comfortable in the 3rd down 2 or 3. And so you're taking what Cedar Catholic likes to do and taking that away from them, and that usually means good things if you're able to put the other team in uncomfortable situations. Now we'll see how Cedar Catholic reacts here in the second half. I mean, that's got to be the message for Coach Cotto, is you got a whole half to reverse this, but you've got to start and you got to establish the line of scrimmage here to start this third quarter. And I think on the other end, if you're Ord, you keep running that offense. You keep that offense in rhythm and put all the pressure on the Trojans. If they're able to do that, they've got a chance. Ord has a great chance here to pick up a huge road win and get to the semifinals.
Ord trying to get to the semis after an 0-3 start. The last team that did that in Class C2 won a state title in 2017. 21-7, Ord with the lead. Second half coming up next. You're watching playoff football on News Channel Nebraska.
In our community, we work hard and stay on the move. But when foot or ankle pain stops you in your tracks, it's time for expert care you can count on. At Faith Regional Physician Services Foot and Ankle, our team includes 4 dedicated providers who provide care for all ages, because healthy feet and ankles are essential at every stage of life. From everyday issues like bunions or heel pain to the most complex conditions, including total ankle replacements and Charcot-neuroarthropathy, we provide advanced treatments and compassionate care. Our experts are here to help you heal, regain strength, and get back to doing what you love, one confident step at a time. Don't tiptoe around foot health. Step forward with Faith Regional Physician Services Foot and Ankle.
Whether you're rolling up in a semi, pulling a horse trailer, heading to the lake with your boat, or just cruising in a car or motorcycle, Speedy Mart is your stop. Fuel up fast, grab your favorite snacks, stretch out with plenty of parking, and step inside for a roomy store and friendly faces. And hey, teams love it before and after the game. Speedy Mart convenience stores, fueled for every road.
This is Nebraska, and so is this. News Channel Nebraska's mission is to connect everyone in Nebraska, urban and rural. Because when people in Palisade understand what happens in Grand Island, and when people in Scotts Bluff get to share their story with the people of Niobrara, we become one Nebraska. This is Nebraska, and this is home.
Here at News Channel Nebraska, we are excited to be celebrating 10 years on the air, and we're doing it through our Gift to Nebraska promotion. 10 giveaways for 10 years, all kinds of amazing prizes. You could win $1,000 cash. You could win Nebraska, Iowa tickets. You could stay at the Lead Lodge down in Nebraska City. We got a beef package from Nebraska Star Beef. Much, much more. To sign up, visit newschannelnebraska.com and click on our Gift to Nebraska graphic.
Yeah, I offered to, give away kisses, but my dog was the only one that took me up on it.
Well,
so.
Fair enough. That'll be for the 11th year. Year 11, I promise you, Lou Siefker Kissing Booth, one of our 11 gift promotions.
Worst idea ever.
That was the last one. You see some of the other scores around the state of Nebraska tonight. It's been a good night for News Channel, or for Northeast Nebraska, I should say, in 8-man football. Crofton beat Hemingford by 48 points. Plainview upsets Dundee County Stratton on the road. The 2-seed falls in D1, so they're on to the semifinals. Now, Pender struggling a bit. They're down to Shelby Rising City, the top seed, 14-0 as their early third quarter. Sandy Creek is on to the semis. They beat Bridgeport tonight, 45-6 in D2. Why not? Well, how about those Why Not Blue Devils? Remember, they beat Crofton earlier this year. They beat Hitchcock County earlier today, 43-12. St. Mary's, man, they are rolling. They are playing great football out there in O'Neill. 66-24 victory over Sandhills Thedford. Howells Dodge on to the semifinals again. Win number 301 for the great Mike Spears, head coach out there for the Jaguars, 30-8. They beat Lawrence Nelson. And a good one going at the half. Central Valley, 14. Archangels Catholic, 6. Central Valley would now be what Coach Nate Wells' alma mater. He graduated from North Loop, Scotia, which later became Central Valley, so no doubt he's paying attention to that game with some interest. Want to talk six-man? Don't forget, we got the six-man football state championship coming up on News Channel Nebraska 2 weeks from tonight. Stewart comes from behind, the defending champs. They beat Layton 31-25, the top seed Garden County. Rolls over Silver Lake 42-6. Southwest, great game over Sumner Eddyville Miller. They get the win 27-23. And it's Red Cloud over Wallace tonight, 54-36. We'll be live from Cope Stadium 2 weeks from tonight, handing out a state championship trophy once again. But tonight, we're going to hand out, well, they don't get a trophy for making it to the semifinals, but whoever's walking off this field with a W is going to feel good about it. It's either Ord, who has completely turned their season around after that 0-3 start, to 3 teams, all of whom are in the playoffs, 2 of whom were in Class C1.
Yeah, lost their opener to Central City in a big way. Central City, a C1 playoff team, and then Week 2 Kearney Catholic, who obviously very good C2 team, and then O'Neill. But after that, close loss to O'Neill. It just seems like this team they've turned the corner, and not only they turned the corner, they stomped on the accelerator, because they're playing about as well as anybody, I think, here in Class C2 rather.
The only close game they've had since then against Grand Island Central Catholic, a 21-14 lead. Grand Island Central Catholic still playing football tonight as well. All right, Cedar Catholic will start with the ball to start the second half. Colt Meyer will kick it away for Ord. Chanticleer's 278 yards of offense in the first half, but limiting Cedar Catholic to 136. Perhaps just as impressive, if not more. Good return here out across the 40, down to about the 44-yard line. Brady Hochstein sets up Cedar Catholic with good field position. The big question, can this Trojan offense get back on track?
Yeah, this is a big drive. You've got to start right away, and you've got to establish yourself up front. That's what their bread and butter has been all year. And credit Ord in that first half. Again, I'm just so impressed with what they've done defensively. Can Cedar Catholic put together a drive here, put some points on the board, and get back in this ball game?
1st and 10 from the 44. They go straight ahead. QB keeper Haberer takes a big hit. Gets about 4, though. 2nd down and 6. I like the idea. Just get the offensive line churning forward. I think Coach Cotto may be challenging that team to get physical here in the second half.
Yeah, it's kind of a roll up your sleeves and get tough. Get tough or get beat, I guess, is what you would call this in the second half for Cedar Catholic.
2nd and 6 at the 48. I formation behind Haberer. Pitch play. Hochstein. Good block. That'll spring him into Ord territory across the 35, down to about the 32-yard line. Huge gain there of 20. Hochstein now with 90 yards on 10 carries.
Yeah, Hochstein gets good blocking out in front of him there. Was not able to see who it was that threw that block, but great block on the edge that sprung Hochstein for a big gain, and that's exactly what you need. Now you've got to get into your own rhythm here offensively.
1st and 10 from the Ord 32-yard line, just underway. Second half. I formation behind Haberer. Back to the ground, back to Hochstein. Back to the bread and butter, out across the 30 to about the 27-yard line. Give him 5. It'll be 2nd down for the Trojans.
Well, us in Nebraska, we love a fullback, and that time it was Easton Hochstein with the lead block from his full back position that allowed that play to go.
2nd and 5. Back to Hochstein, almost the exact same play. That time, Ord up to make the play at the 25, gain of about a yard. Colton Thompson makes the play first, 3rd down of the half coming up for Cedar Catholic.
Now, Cedar Catholic in that first half was, you mentioned the number of plays that were run and how Ord really dominated that. Well, Ord was 5 of 9 on 3rd downs, 0 for 1 on 4, so 10 opportunities on 3rd or 4th down. Cedar Catholic was 0 for 4 on 3rd down. They just didn't even have nearly as many opportunities.
3rd down and 4 from the 25. Back to the ground, Hochstein has a bit of a seam, has a first down. First 3rd down conversion tonight. Hochstein still on his feet inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, Cedar Catholic. Bo Wells saves the touchdown after the big gain by Hochstein.
Like a pulling guard there with a big block. Hochstein gets outside, big gain. Now 1st down and goal. Cedar Catholic doing exactly what you wanted to do, and that's have an emphatic drive and playing Cedar Catholic football.
From the 9, 1st down and goal. Hochstein now over the century mark after that 16-yard gain. Misdirection play, Ord ready for it, but Herbal Heinrich breaks a tackle, gets down to about the 6 on a gain of 3. Ryan Herbal Heinrich, the sophomore, he's been kind of a change of pace runner. Again, he's been emergent for them in the last few weeks. Sets him up 2nd and goal from the 6.
Yeah, you love it when you get a weapon that emerges at this time of the year, somebody else that you can use that's not necessarily on everybody's radar.
2nd and goal. I formation behind Grady Haberer. Pitch play. Hochstein has blockers, has the end zone. Touchdown, Cedar Catholic. Brady Hochstein in from 6 yards out, his 14th rushing touchdown this season.
Again, an emphatic drive, and it ends, I think, in the way that if you're a Cedar Catholic fan, you like to see it, and that's with a running touchdown from your senior running back in Brady Hochstein. Great drive, exactly what the doctor ordered for the Trojans.
He's now over 1,000 yards on the season. Went over it on this drive. Now Rutar on for the extra point. Every point key. It is up, and it is good. Cedar Catholic gets the offense rolling again. We got ourselves a one-score game, and it's old-fashioned Cedar Catholic football. Brady Hochstein, his 2nd tonight. 7-point lead for Ord. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
Here at the beautiful Hardington Community Complex, they do football here, baseball, soccer, all kinds of events here at the Russ Hochstein Field. That looked like Russ Hochstein was out there blocking for Cedar Catholic on that last drive. 6-yard touchdown run by Brady Hochstein. By the way, none of these Hochsteins are Russ's kids. Some nephews out there.
Yeah, I think everybody, not just the linemen, but everybody got challenged at halftime by Coach Cotto to bring the physicality, and you saw it on that drive.
Kickoff picked up from the 19-yard line. A little bit of a cutback lane for Levi Klein before he's brought down at the 28-yard line. All right, so here's the big question. Can you stop Ord's offense? The Chanticleers 278 yards in the first half. No one has done that to Cedar Catholic this season.
Yeah, you've got to be able to control that line of scrimmage, and you've got to be able to get to Williams, whether it's on the running game or the passing game, and try to, hit him early and not allow him to make plays.
from the 27-yard line. It is Williams. Curling around the edge. He's got blockers. Still on his feet. First down yardage. Out across the 35. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Gain of 10. Picking up where he left off. Had 77 yards on the ground in the first half.
Well, some guys just have that about them. And I think Williams is one of those guys. He is just a good player and knows how to make plays on both sides of the ball.
From the 38, they go with Wells up the middle. Well, this offensive line of Ord has been really good here tonight. Wells gets a 7-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 3. And that lets Ord set up in their no huddle.
Yeah, you can't allow them, if you're Cedar Catholic, you can't allow Ord to pick up that rhythm, and they're already starting it where they're able to run plays and run them quickly, get a lot of plays in.
Over the middle, caught, seam route, first down. And it's the man of the hour again, Colton Thompson, his 5th reception tonight, down to the 32-yard line.
Now, suddenly, Colton Thompson is Jerry Rice out there. You love that, though. Guys stepping up in a big, big game.
It's 23. Now 151 yards receiving for Thompson. Williams cuts upfield. Solid gain across the 30 to the 29. But this Ord offensively, they just don't let you catch your breath. It's like Big 12 style out there.
Well, I think they're not only multidimensional, but they execute, whether it's the run or the pass, and a lot of that is Jordan Williams out there. But I just am impressed with, no matter what they do, they seem to execute at a high level.
At times, Cedar Catholic's defense executes, bringing Hayden Nelson, the 200-pound senior, down for a no gain. So 3rd down and 7 upcoming for Ord.
Got Ord very good in the first half, 5 out of 9 on 3rd downs.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Option. The pitch with some room. Cutting upfield, it'll be 4th down. Cedar Catholic makes the stop on Wells at the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 3.
That was Bodie Hochstein on the pitch, on the quarterback, forcing him to make the pitch, but no one out there on the pitch man, so sets up 4th down and very makeable here for Ord.
4th and 3 from the 25. They check the sideline. 3 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. They shift Wells in the backfield. Wells to the outside, didn't get there. Wow. Brady Hochstein breaks through and makes the play again. Loss of 1, and Cedar Catholic gets the stop.
Remember this play. This is a big, big play in this game. 4th down and short. And who else?
Man.
Who else is going to make a play other than, you got a lot of good football players on Cedar Catholic, but the big plays always seem to come through Brady Hochstein. What a tackle. What a stop. Now, Cedar Catholic, the last time they had the football, really played Cedar Catholic style of ball, physical running game. We'll see if they can continue that here on this drive.
Between Brady Hochstein and Jordan Williams, we are seeing 2 of the best football players in the state of Nebraska. Full stop. Room up the middle. This is Easton Hochstein. Out across the 30. It'll be 2nd down and about 4. They'll give them about 6 there on that 1st down play.
And that's so important for Cedar Catholic. We talk about this a lot, seemingly every week. But teams like Cedar Catholic that want to run the ball, that want to be physical, got to win on 1st down, got to get good pickups, and that opens up that playbook and makes that passing game, their style of passing game, a lot of it's off play action. That makes it much more effective when you're able to run the ball well on early downs.
2nd down and 4. Ord jumpy. They didn't get across the line. Pitch to the near side, staying patient, well covered by Ord. Very little, maybe about 3. As Hochstein jumped forward, that was well covered, though. That was Howard Winkelbauer, the junior, who had a monster of a game last week, by the way. 9 tackles and a pick 6. Gets the stop there. It's 3rd down and 1.
That's a good stop, but this is exactly where Cedar Catholic wants to be. We'll talk about down and distance here in just a second.
3rd and 1. I formation. Haber. Hands off. Hochstein, 1st down. 3rd and 1. Coach Chad Cotto believes they'll get that every time. Gain of 5 and a fresh set for Cedar Catholic.
Well, as we mentioned, Cedar Catholic was 0 for 4 on 3rd downs in that first half. Most of them were at least 6-7 yards. 3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 7. So far this half, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. That's Cedar Catholic football.
1st and 10 from the 40. Cedar Catholic has dominated time of possession here in this 3rd quarter. Hochstein into the pile. Just keeps the feet churning, got about 4. Jeter Sanders, 215-pound senior, among others, in on the stop, but that's still a 4-yard gain. Hochstein playing with purpose here in the 3rd.
Winklebauer there, number 54, got underneath there as well. Good team defense that time by the Chanticleers.
2nd down 6. 1 receiver split to the near side. I formation. It has been no-nonsense offense from the Trojans in this 3rd quarter. They keep it on the ground. This time Hochstein. Oh, he found the hole. What a cut. Hochstein into Ord territory. Lou, that looked like that was going to go nowhere. Hochstein gets 10 and a 1st down.
Well, I think there's some patience there. Allow that block to develop and then fire through that hole, and that's what Hochstein did there. That was almost scary how quickly he got through that hole once it opened up. And a 1st down. Cedar Catholic keeps this football moving.
Trojans in plus territory at the Ord 46-yard line. I formation again. Fullback. Off guard to the left, out across the 45 to the 43. Easton Hochstein gets about 3. It'll be 2nd down. Hochstein, 6 carries, now 30 yards on the ground. He's another one who's had to step up with no Brighton Whitmire and has been really good as a fullback, now approaching 450 yards on the ground this season.
Well, I think that speaks to the depth of this team. You've got a guy like Whitmire not playing offense, and it doesn't seem like they've missed very much. And he's a heck of a ball player, a guy you'd love to have back before this season ends.
2nd down 7. I formation. Haber straight ahead. Hit hard after a couple yards. Well, he was met in the hole there by Hayden Nelson. Brought down at the 40. They'll give him 3. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Well, now you're in Ord territory. If you don't pick up this 3rd down, as long as you don't lose yardage, and maybe even if you do, but I think you set yourself up for a couple of downs if you're Cedar Catholic.
From the 40, 3rd down and 4. Hochstein, the pitch play. This time Ord was ready for it. Overloaded that side of the defense, brought down in the backfield. Winklebauer led the charge, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's a great job getting on the edge. Kreidel and Winklebauer over there. They read that play. They knew what was coming. They sniffed it out and make a big stop. Now, I just said, if you don't lose yards, you're probably going to go for it. Now you've lost a couple of yards. It looks like, we'll see. Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for
out there. 4th down and 5. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hochstein in the backfield with Haberer.
Big play.
Haberer with time. Flushed. Looking for somebody to get open. Freelancing. Firing. Incomplete. Was trying to get it to Booker. Hochstein over the top. Well covered by Ord, and the Chanticleers hold.
What a great job by Ord. Forcing Haberer out of the pocket here. Making him throw on the run and then throw into coverage there. Not a terrible pass, just a little bit outside of the receiver's grasp. But did not throw a pick, but 4th down. Ord takes over with good field position, so that's a huge play in this game. Great job by the Chanticleers defense.
2 straight drives end on 4th down. Now Ord has it 1st and 10 with 59 yards of Hochstein field in front of him. Jordan Williams, QB keeper, following the convoy out across the 45. And a gain of about 4, maybe 5 on 1st down. And it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the chance.
Jordan Williams, a guy that's got to just frustrate defensive coordinators. You
Yeah.
felt like you had him kind of hemmed in there. Still picks up 5 yards somehow. He's just a productive young man.
5 yards away from triple digits on the ground on 20 carries. Sends Thompson in motion on 2nd and 5. They'll go back to Thompson, man of the hour in the air. Stays on his feet. Flags fly from all over the place. Pass is caught. It's a gain of 3 if it stands. Usually not a good sign for the offense, though, if multiple flags are thrown down.
Yeah, I think it's going to come back. Unfortunately for Ord.
Block in the back. First penalty on Ord tonight. Comes at a big time. Yeah, you see it right there, bottom of your screen.
Right there, yep.
That's Landon Kreidel blocking Cooper Hookstein. Yeah, and the young man got plunked. So what would have been 3rd and short is now 2nd and about 13 from the 38-yard line.
And that flag was accidental in the face mask. Back when I played, they threw them at me. It was on purpose. It wasn't even a penalty. They just threw their flags at me.
2nd and 13. Williams with time, thinking big, over the top, incomplete. There were a whole bunch of guys over there. 2 receivers from Ord, about 3 cover guys from Cedar Catholic. Looked like they were playing 500. It'll be 3rd and long.
That could have been a big play. That could have been an interception. That ended up an incompletion. But yeah, lots of guys in one area means that somebody ran the wrong route.
I don't even know who to say that pass was intended for. All right, 3rd down, 13 for Ord. Which for an offense like this could mean they've got the defense right where they want them. Straight ahead goes Williams. Cedar Catholic ready. Defense gets the stop. Williams gets a couple. It'll be 4th down.
Well, at that time it was Cedar Catholic that read the play. I think they smelled the quarterback draw coming. That carry, I believe, number 21 for Williams, but was not the big play that Ord was hoping for. And another big stop here. The defenses are coming up big here in this 3rd quarter.
We having fun yet? 21-14. Ord with the lead. Don't you dare go anywhere. 4th quarter next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
Quite an aviation history in Ord, Nebraska. Hometown of Evelyn Sharp, one of the first women ever to be an airmail pilot, flew in World War II. They have a festival named in her honor there every year. She actually passed away. Her plane went down in Pennsylvania at the age of 24, a legend in aviation. And in tribute, Ord, they've been airing it out all year. They've got it 4th down here, though. They'll have to punt it away, leading 21-14. This is not a good punt. High, and it will take an Ord roll. Chanticleers get a break there, but that punt kind of went off the toe straight up. Only a 19-yard punt. So Cedar Catholic, the top seed, unbeaten, trailing, will try to at least tie this game with 59 yards in front of them and 11:52 of regulation football to go.
Yeah, big drive here to start this 4th quarter. And boy, if you're Cedar Catholic, you'd love to take it down the field and put points on the board, tie this ball game up. And after trailing by 2 scores at halftime. But so far, both these offenses very good. Obviously, Ord fantastic on offense. It's been defense, both sides here in this 3rd quarter, that have made big plays.
From the 41-yard line, Cedar Catholic starts this drive. Their last one ended on a 4th down stop. Well, I think it's going to be a steady diet at number 22. Brady Hochstein playing with purpose. Out to the 48. 7-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 3.
Well, and looks like he got up limping there a little bit, did Brady Hochstein. Got up a little slowly and limping back to the huddle, but appears to be, might have got a little bit of a twist to that ankle, but appears to be okay.
146 yards on 20 carries and 2 touchdowns tonight for the senior. Over 1,000 yards on the season. 2nd down 3. Ward's defense showing some window dressing. Handoff. Hochstein trying to make guys miss. Absorbs a ton of contact. Just got across midfield. It's going to depend on the spot. He's close. They're saying 3rd down as of now. They give him midfield, so it'll be 3rd down and about a half yard.
And Brady Hochstein is going to be a sore young man when this football game's over, but
straight ahead, Haber, 1st down. Offensive line gets that one. That's a 3-yard gain. Moves the stick. Cedar Catholic now in Ord territory. The Ord Chanticleers, Lou, we talked about it at the beginning of tonight. I think conventional wisdom was, you don't know who the best teams are, but the argument could be made that the 2 teams playing the best football in C2 are the 2 teams you see on the field tonight. I think that's borne itself out with what we've seen here this evening.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, I think everybody respects this Ord team and how well they've been playing. The question was, are you good enough now to come on the road and beat Cedar Catholic? They've shown they are that good. Whether or not they win this game or not, they have afforded themselves very well and showed to be a championship-level team.
Hochstein couldn't get the cutback. That's a great open field tackle by guess who? Jordan Williams. Can we just have those 2 play one-on-one football somehow? 2nd and 7 upcoming.
A couple of great football players and guys that are going to do everything it takes for their team to win. That's a great shot of 2 warriors out there on the field.
2nd down 7, ball at the 44. Bodie Hochstein split to the far side as the receiver. 2 tight ends. Haber out of the gun. It's an option. First time we've seen it tonight. They pitch it to the inside back. Easton Hochstein, nice job by Ord to not be fooled by that. Yeah. Still gets about 5. It'll be 3rd and short.
I like the call, though. I mean, you're right. Ord was able to get there. That was Winklebauer again. He's had a lot of tackles tonight. Read that one well, but still that gives Cedar Catholic an opportunity here at 3rd down and about 2 or 3.
Technically, that will go as a pass. 3rd completion for Haberer tonight. 3rd down and 2. Ball at the 39-yard line. Fullback. Hochstein backs his way across 1st down yardage. Down to the 34-yard line on a gain of 5. Folks, stick around. After this game, we've got our post-game show. That is brought to you proudly by Custom Sports. Who will be the happy team in post-game?
Very much in doubt right now. And we might have extra football the way this thing's playing out if Cedar Catholic's able to score here.
Hunter Benson split to the top of the screen. 1st and 10 from the 34 of Ord. It's Hochstein. That time Ord, good penetration. Hochstein able to reverse, get to the 32. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's definitely bread and butter, but look at him walking back to the huddle here. Obviously has a bit of a banged up, I believe, an ankle. He was shaking his foot earlier. I believe might have banged up his ankle a little bit.
Definitely in pain. Good luck getting him out of the game, though.
Yeah.
2nd down and 8 from the 32 of Ord. Cedar Catholic, they have dominated time of possession in this half. Play action. Haberer on the rollout. Hochstein out of the backfield. Minimal gain. That was well covered. It's Williams again. I think there are 3 of them on defense. I think that's the secret. Minimal gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down about 5.
Yeah, Cedar Catholic had a man. believe that was maybe a Schrader out there, was open behind the defense, and Haber didn't see him.
3rd down and 5. Bodie Hochstein split wide to the top of the screen. Back to the ground. Ord coming. Hochstein cuts back. He's short. Well covered by the Chanticleer defense. Nelson finishes off the play. Got to the 28-yard line. That's it. It's 4th and 3.
No doubter here. You're going for it. What's the play? I mean, do you keep the ball in Brady Hochstein's hands, or do you maybe use him as a decoy? We'll see. A big play in this ball game right here.
4th down and 4. Ball's at the 28-yard line. I formation behind Haberer. Bodie Hochstein, the split receiver to the left. And we're going to talk it over. Timeout called. We'll take one as well. Don't you dare go anywhere. Perhaps the ball game, the biggest play of the game, could be next. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Nate Stoltz, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust is separated from other financial institutions because they are a locally owned bank able to make fast local decisions on the spot. Whether it's a loan, whether it's transferring money over from a savings to a checking account, or just making sure that they need a loan at the end of the day, I can be there for them. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
The Cedar Catholic Trojans were unbeaten in the regular season for the first time in 50 years. They have never won a state championship. They believe this year could be their best year to do it. Ord started the season 0-3. They have not lost since. They've got the lead, 21-14, with 6:11 to go, and it's 4th and 4, Cedar Catholic.
Oh.
Ball's out. He fell down, and Ord's got it. Haberer's legs got tied up with the center, and Caden Lytle with his second fumble recovery of the season.
Wow. What an awful time to have that mistake happen. On 4th down and 4. Now 6:07 to go in the ball game. Inside Ord territory, trying to tie the game, and then that happens. That's unfortunate for Cedar Catholic. Now you've got two things working here. Ord, they're going to try to put this game away, right? I don't know that you get too terribly conservative because you want to do what you've been doing. And Cedar Catholic needs to come up with a 3-and-out, get the ball back.
Williams will keep. Up the middle, finds room, sheds defenders. Boy, he is so good. 8-yard gain, gets to the 40. 2nd and 2.
I don't know that I've seen anybody all year that's harder to tackle than he is. Well, Jordan Williams he is just one of those special players.
104 yards on 22 carries, also 156 through the air. This time on the ground, not much, maybe a yard on the keeper. It'll be 3rd down and about 2. They'll say no gain, brought down to the 40.
It'll be 3rd down for the Chanticleers.
Clock ticking, inside of 6 to go.
Well, another big play. Cedar Catholic just used a timeout. They're down to 2. You certainly don't want to give Ord another set of downs to work with.
They hand off. Nelson, did he get there? Boy, it's going to depend on the spot. Spot looks like it's across the line to gain. It is indeed. Hayden Nelson gets 3 yards and a fresh set of downs for Ord.
Big first down for the Chanticleers. They're starting to smell it now. 5:02 to go in the ball game. Another set of downs. They're going to continue. I think going to continue to run. Maybe you take a shot.
Williams up the middle. Well, he absorbed a lot of contact there. Whole bunch of Trojans there on the stop, gain of a couple. Hochstein there on the play, Easton Hochstein and Brady Hochstein. The law firm of Hochstein and Hochstein, bringing Williams down after a gain of 2.
Hochstein, Hochstein, and Hochstein, and Hochstein.
And Associates.
And Associates, yep. Right now, the clock is your friend if you're Ord. You want to keep that clock ticking away.
They will milk as much clock in between plays as possible.
And you've got the field position on your side now. Even if you don't get a first down here, you figure you're going to force Cedar Catholic to go a long way to try to tie the game.
They think big, over the top, knocked away. They were trying to get it to Thompson again. That time, Bodie Hochstein was ready for it. It's third down.
Yeah, that was close. That was good defensive play by Hochstein. But that ball was pretty well on the money. But 2 guys going for it, good defense. And now the downside of that, incomplete pass stops the clock. I don't have a problem with making an aggressive play. The only problem is now you've with the incomplete pass, that stops the clock.
Third down and 8. Williams trying to just get what he can. Still on his feet, breaking tackles, almost got the first down. How about Jordan Williams? It's going to be 4th down and about a yard after that gain of 7.
How in the world do you tackle this guy? My goodness. That's great blocking, though, too. Great job out in front of that play. That was Colt Meyer there that threw a nice block.
4th down and a yard. Williams straight ahead, didn't get there. He didn't get there. Jared Rutar broke through. Cedar Catholic still alive.
What a big play. In a game of big plays, Cedar Catholic gets the stop. The one time, Williams has been able to just escape, make escape after escape. That time, a sure tackle ends the downs there for Ord. This is Cedar Catholic's chance now. 3:26 to go, still 2 timeouts to work with, and the ball at their own 49-yard line.
Correction, it was Will Steffen and Easton Hochstein combining on the stop. 1st and 10 from the 49. Can Cedar Catholic keep their unbeaten season going? They go direct snap, trying to cut back, getting a couple, that's all. They went Hunter Benson. On a QB keeper, he gets a yard, that's all. It's 2nd down.
If Ord hangs on to win this game, you've got to say that defense has a lot to do with it. They have really risen to the occasion time after time here, and they force Cedar Catholic into these situations quite often. And Cedar Catholic has not been able to win first down nearly as much as they normally do. 2nd and 9.
Haber out of the gun. To the air, swinging out of the backfield, it's Hochstein. Makes the first man miss. 360s his way into Ord territory. Brought down at the 46 after a gain of 4. It is 3rd down and 5.
Well, how many times have we said this? Biggest play of the game. I mean, it's one big moment after another. Cedar Catholic, you've got to be able to pick up at least some positive yards here. You can't have a negative play.
Haber to the air. Over the middle. Tipped. Caught!
Oh.
On the tip drill. Oh. Caught by Bodie Hochstein. It was intended for Quinn Hochstein. Not exactly how they drew it up, but they'll take it.
Yeah, that was an opportunity there for Quinn, and it ends up in the hands of Booker.
Correction, Booker Hochstein.
Yeah, Booker got that one.
His 2nd reception tonight. To the air again. Deep. Over the top. Incomplete. What a play defensively by Bo Wells. That was on the money. Hunter Benson couldn't haul it in.
Good pass. Better play by Bo Wells in the coverage. Yeah, Benson had a chance at that, but Wells' coverage was excellent. Cedar Catholic tries to make a shot downfield. Just get your hand in there. I mean, that's you got behind you, but it recovered well. Did Wells, got his hand in there and knocked that one away.
2nd down 10. Inside of 2 to go. Ball's at the 36. 2 timeouts for the Trojans. 2 receivers to either side of Grady Haber, the sophomore quarterback. Benson in motion. Haberer, pressured, stepping up, taking off, hit hard, gets a yard, that's all, it's third down.
Now, third down here and long now. Not the area that has been very good to Cedar Catholic in this game. They're going to have to, again, much like before, you've got to get a positive play and at least set yourself up for a fourth down opportunity.
Third down 9. Haberer firing, far side, flag thrown, caught, turning upfield, down the sideline, touchdown! Mason Baylor. What's the penalty?
Yeah, that's what we're all waiting for. Wow. No one in this stadium is breathing right now.
Officials are talking it over. It's a 36-yard touchdown as of now.
Monster call coming.
Defensive pass interference. We are an extra point away from a tie game.
Incredible. Wow. Haberer with a touchdown pass. Fowler gets away there from the defender. That was Nelson. Breaks the tackle, takes it to the house. Incredible.
Now, Jared Rudar has missed 7 extra points this season. This is not a gimme.
What do you think about going for it here?
Well, the official's talking it over again. We've got a sideline warning against Cedar Catholic. Or a correction against Ord.
I wonder if that's the wrong direction.
Well, they pointed it at Ord. All right, here we go. For the tie, Jared Rudar 2 for 2 on extra points tonight. Bodie Hochstein to hold. Well, now I got the officials coming in again. We only had one ref underneath the goalpost.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're set up. Look, they want to watch the game too. I get it.
It's a good game.
Right down Broadway. We are tied. There was not a single human being breathing until those arms went up. Minute 21 to go. This one's not over. We're tied at 21. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
It's the thrill, the hope, the long shots, and the turnovers. The big hits, the kills, the dunks, the strikes, the surprises, the joy, and the heartbreak. And that's why NCN Sports bring you more than 200 live games every year. News Channel Nebraska. This is home.
Cedar Catholic has played an incredible game. So now that penalty on Ord is being assessed on the kick. So Cedar Catholic is going to be kicking from Ord's side of the field. So Ord will likely not get a chance to return this, you would think.
Yeah, you sure wouldn't think. Try to kick it as deep as you can so there's no return.
But here's the thing, Lou. Minute 21, 3 timeouts with this offense and this quarterback, that's an eternity.
Yeah, that allows, I think you rightfully got a little bit conservative trying to run the clock. I think you open it up now if you're Ord.
Hochstein's kick is away. Will be fielded at the 2. Trying to find a cutback. Wells not going to find it. Wrestled down. Across the 15, ball came out. They say he was down.
Yeah, whistles were blowing before that ball came out.
So it'll be Ord ball, first and 10 to the 17. We got a player down and hurt. Bo Wells who was hit hard on that play and brought to the turf down hard, is slow to get up. The sophomore, coach's son, has been a big player for them tonight and all season. And now Bo Wells is down for the Ord Chanticleers. We'll take a quick break, come back, tie game, minute 13 to go. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
It's not about the hours, it's not about the acres, it's about the legacy passed from one generation to the next. At Madison County Bank, we see your farming operation as a legacy, as a successful business, as a crucial part of the world's well-being. For over 130 years, Madison County Bank has stood beside farmers and ranchers in Northeast Nebraska. We have been and will always be here to help you grow. Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Folks, stay tuned for our Player of the Game interview following the conclusion of this one. That brought to you by Heritage of Fountain Point. Bo Wells taken off the field with assistance. He was slow getting off the field, so no Bo Wells. 1st and 10, Ord at the 17, 3 timeouts and a tie game. And the best quarterback in Class C2. Keeping it on the ground. To the outside. And I mean, look, you don't want to turn the ball over.
Right.
You've got a quarterback that can make plays with his legs. You know, at worst, it's overtime.
Right. You don't have great field position right now, and that's the one thing you don't want to do is turn the ball over. It gives Cedar Catholic a chance to win the game. I think if you get a little field position, then you can take some chances.
Nelson up the middle. Ooh, look out. He broke free out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Ord hurrying to the line now. Back on the ground, back to Nelson. Solid gain again. Gain of about 9.
Well, I think Cedar Catholic thinking to defend a pass, and Ord a couple of times with the quick hitters to Williams. They picked up nice yardage. Now you've got that field position. They're going to call timeout here. And I think now you can be aggressive and look to move the ball downfield.
If you're wondering, Colt Meyer does have a 35-yard field goal that he has kicked earlier this year. He is 1 for 4 on field goals this year. So if you're thinking 35 yards, that's the 18-yard line, essentially, of Cedar Catholic that Ord would be shooting for. 2 timeouts left. They'll have it second down about 2. Ball's at their own 39-yard line. They have connected on a 79-yard touchdown pass earlier this evening.
Yeah, I think it's easy to say, but you've got such a dynamic player in Williams. You might maybe think about an RPO here, maybe a run pass option. Maybe get him out on the edge. He's a guy that can get the big play for you, whether it's with his feet or with his arm.
Second down and 2. Williams will keep it on the draw, has room, first down, still going, hit hard into Cedar Catholic territory to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 13.
Yeah. 3 runs in a row, all have been nice gains for the Chanticleers, giving themselves a chance now.
Thinking big, far sideline, over the top, caught, touchdown!
Wow.
Landon Kreidel, the senior.
Well, that's exactly what you did there. You put yourself in that position that you could take chances like that. What a perfect pass by Williams. Kreidel got behind the defender there. That pump fake, I think, might have froze the defender a little bit. Kreidel gets behind him. That ball is perfectly placed. Touchdown, Ord. Oh, my goodness.
That was Brighton Whitmire in coverage. Ord over the top. Extra point is no good.
And the extra point is no good. With 38 seconds left.
Wow. 38 seconds to go. Cedar Catholic needs a miracle now.
Yeah, that's what it's going to. Well, we'll see how Ord handles the kickoff. Maybe you want to do a squib kick. You don't want to allow Cedar Catholic to get a nice return off here and get themselves in good position. But Cedar Catholic's offense is much more predicated on the running game, the physical play, and the 3, 4, 5 yard carries. You're going to have to throw the football now. You're going to have to make a big play through the air now if you're Cedar Catholic to have a chance to win this game.
That drive only took 35 seconds off the clock. And they marched down the field. Again, remember, that drive started on their 17-yard line, Lou. 83 yards in 35 seconds.
And they set themselves up running the football. We had 3 or 4 really good runs in a row. Set up of the pass play. Williams delivers a perfect pass to Kreidel, who scores maybe, just maybe, the game-winning touchdown. We'll see if Cedar Catholic can come up with some magic of their own.
Just his 8th reception of the season, by the way. 2nd tonight. Landon Kreidel, that's his 4th touchdown reception. 38 seconds to go.
Well, what a fun ball game.
It's the type of game you'll be telling your grandkids about. Bouncing, is that going to go out of bounds? It does. That's a break for Cedar Catholic. No time off the clock, and they'll have good field position with 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts, good field position, but you're going to have to come out of your comfort zone here, and you got to find a big play. And it's going to have to come largely through the passing game. Now, you've got 2 timeouts, so you can mix in some runs, but you've got to push the ball downfield, much like Ord did. Now, Ord did it with the running game, but they didn't, it wasn't a situation where they were behind. But they did it with the running game. Cedar Catholic's going to have to do it, I think, throwing the football here.
From the 35-yard line, 4 receivers split wide, 3 to the right for the sophomore, Grady Haber. Now Hochstein in motion. Haber over the middle, dropped, almost picked off. Jordan Williams, he is not going to miss many of those. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, boy, that was close. Could have been a game-ending play there. Cedar Catholic still alive. Just off his hands.
Trying to get that one to Booker Hochstein, who has caught a couple of passes tonight. 2nd and 10 from the 35. 34 seconds to go.
You got a hook and lateral or something here. You got something to keep catch Ord by surprise.
Haber, far sideline, bobbled, dropped. 3rd and 10. Trying to get it to Quinn Hochstein.
On the far sideline, it'll be 3rd down.
He was open. Just couldn't haul it in.
Just couldn't quite pull that pass in. Now 3rd down and 10, 30 seconds to go. So again, still a couple of timeouts. You could run a run play here and try to catch Ord off balance.
3rd and 10. Haber rolling, firing, near sideline, incomplete. This is ball game. 4th down upcoming.
Pass incomplete on the near sideline. It'll be 4th down for the Trojans.
Well, it's do or die now for Cedar Catholic. You've got to get the 1st down here. 4th and 10. 24 seconds to go, and not Cedar Catholic's strong point here in what they're being forced to do.
10-0. First unbeaten regular season in 50 years. And it all could end here. 4th and 10. Haber firing. Caught. No! no! Knocked out at the last minute! Kreidel knocked it out! Ord takes over! Chants are gonna win it! They're going crazy at Carl's Tavern!
They're eating those burgers there. What a play. Kreidel again. He made the touchdown pass as the best defensive play of the night, knocking it away. The Ord Chanticleers are going to advance. What a ball game. What a story this ball club has been.
Started 0-3. And now we're 20 seconds away. Cedar Catholic does still have 2 timeouts. But are 20 seconds away from advancing to the semifinals, where they would face the winner of the 4-5 matchup. Quick check on the scoreboard there. GICC going to win it. They're up 31-14 late on Archbishop Bergen.
Well, 2 teams playing great football.
There's the kneel down. Cedar Catholic started the year 10-0. Ord started the year 0-3. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the Chanticleers finish off the top seed in Class C2. Your final, 27-21. Ord is on to the semis. Postgame show coming. This is News Channel Nebraska.
In our community, we work hard and stay on the move. But when foot or ankle pain stops you in your tracks, it's time for expert care you can count on. At Faith Regional Physician Services, Foot and Ankle, our team includes 4 dedicated providers who provide care for all ages. Because healthy feet and ankles are essential at every stage of life. From everyday issues like bunions or heel pain to the most complex conditions, including total ankle replacements and Charcot-neuroarthropathy, we provide advanced treatments and compassionate care. Our experts are here to help you heal, regain strength, and get back to doing what you love, one confident step at a time. Don't tiptoe around foot health. Step forward with Faith Regional Physician Services, Foot and Ankle.
It all starts at Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, a side-by-side built to work with you on the farm or the ranch. A trusted partner when you're out hunting. And the adventurous speed to feel the thrill when it's time to play. Work hard, ride hard, play hard. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, powering your passion every step of the way.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk, living better.
Hi, I'm Brett Wiedenfeld, Chief Financial Officer and Ag Lender at the Bank of Hartington. And I'm also a Northeast Nebraska pork producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we have the tools and knowledge to help your operation grow. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
NCN Sports is brought to you by the Carpet Shop of Norfolk, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by Bank of Hartington. The Bank of Hartington wishes the best of luck to all area teams this season. Member FDIC.
In our community, we work hard and stay on the move. But when foot or ankle pain stops you in your tracks, it's time for expert care you can count on. At Faith Regional Physician Services, Foot and Ankle, our team includes 4 dedicated providers who provide care for all ages. Because healthy feet and ankles are essential at every stage of life. From everyday issues like the most complex conditions, including total ankle replacements and Charcot-neuroarthropathy, we provide advanced treatments and compassionate care. Our experts are here to help you heal, regain strength, and get back to doing what you love, one confident step at a time. Don't tiptoe around foot health. Step forward with Faith Regional Physician Services Foot and Ankle.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Christensen Well and Irrigation, your professional in the water well drilling industry and your certified Rinky dealer. And by Security Bank of Laurel, Hardington, Coleridge, Osmond, and Allen. Security Bank, my kind of bank, member FDIC.
"20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
At Security Bank, we believe that growing a strong community starts here. We're committed to more than just financial services. We're committed to you. Whether you're planting seed for the next big crop or building a family legacy, we're here to help you grow. From operating loans to community events, we're more than a bank. We're your neighbors, your partners, and your biggest supporters. Security Bank, located in Laurel, Allen, Osmond, Hardington, and Coleridge. My kind of bank, proudly serving your community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com.
Well, it's the day of the Orange Chanticleers. To quote a famous Nebraskans, they come on the road and they get her done here against a very good Hardington Cedar Catholic team. I'm joined now by head coach Nate Wells and our player of the game. We'll save that for a minute. Jordan Williams, I'll give you a teaser there. Coach, you're in the semifinals now. You come on the road. You knocked off the number 1 seeded team. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good. Really proud of our kids. I mean, a lot of ebbs and flows to that game, and we just found a way, and that's really a testament to our guys and how much we've grown maturity-wise this year. And they just never got phased, and they kept battling. And that's a good Cedar Catholic team, and we just kind of found a way. And so hats off to them. But our kids did a great job.
Well, talk about finding a way. You start the season 0-3. What was the key of just keeping these guys' heads together and keeping them confident, which allowed them to get to this point?
I just think we have really good kids, and they came to practice every day, and they stayed with the quote-unquote process, and they just kept getting better every week, and here we are, and our confidence is sky high right now, and we're playing the best football of the year, and that's all we can ask for as coaches from these guys.
Well, you led 21-7 at halftime. These guys, Cedar Catholic, came back and they tied it, late. You didn't have good field position, but yet you're able to drive down and make the plays and score the touchdown. What was your message to your team when you went out for that drive?
Well, we thought, they're going to back up just a little bit, so we thought we'd just kind of run right at them and get some field position, and then maybe we could take a shot and try to get a field goal. And it just happened to work out where we could, after a timeout, we called 2 plays in the huddle, and we got lined up, and the boys executed, and it was a big play at the end, and it was exciting.
Well, you might be pretty good if you find a quarterback. I don't know. What about Jordan's play? I mean, I've never seen a guy it's so hard to tackle as Jordan, and then he comes up with a big pass play to win the ball game. Talk about your quarterback.
Yeah, our offense revolves around our quarterback, and this guy right here is really good. And so we're glad he's on our team, and we rely a lot on him to make a lot of calls and do a lot of things, and he's exceptional.
Well, he's exceptional on defense, too, Coach. Let's speak a little bit about the defense. This is a Cedar Catholic team that really, they're able to score points, too, and they've been a good offense, very physical, but yet you guys, they had a hard time getting in those third and short situations. What were you doing to slow down that run game?
They're a big, fast, physical team, and we just had to match that, and, our defensive coordinator, Ty Koschel, did a great job putting our kids in a position to stop them, and then the kids have to do it on the field. And, when you trust each other and you're in the right spots, you can play good defense, and we play good defense just enough.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, just enough to be in the semifinals, Coach. Congratulations on a big win. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
That's head coach Nate Wells. Let's get Jordan to step on in here. Jordan Williams, our player of the game. Jordan, take me through that drive. You guys are backed up, as we talked about, and how were you able to move the ball down there, and especially talk about that touchdown pass? What did you see? How did that develop?
Like you said, we ran it because we knew they were going to back off, and we got 30 yards, and then we knew he was going to bite on the hook and then hit it deep.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great pass. You're a multi-threat quarterback. I mean, you run the ball a lot. Do you like having the football in your hands all the time, especially on the ground?
Oh, yeah.
Going to have an ice bath tonight?
Yeah.
What does this mean for you now? I think a lot of people thought maybe the road stops here in Hartington, but yet you guys are moving on. What does that mean to you as a player to have an opportunity to maybe play for a state championship?
It means everything to me. We made a statement tonight. Go get it done next week.
Absolutely. Well, next week it looks like GICC, the Crusaders. Either of you can answer this. What do you think about the Crusaders?
They're a scary team. They're very fast, and they're very explosive offensively, and we'll have our hands full. And, we beat them once. It's hard to beat a team twice. And so you will have to go back to work, and we'll just have to have a good week of preparation.
Absolutely. Now, one more question about defense. You play defense. You made a lot of pass breakups tonight. What's the mindset as you go from quarterback and you go out on defense? What's the mindset there to make those sort of plays on the defensive end?
Good coaches. I don't know.
Good coaching? Well, yeah, that's smart. He's right here, so it's good job. Well, guys, hey, congratulations. What a ball game. You treated us to a classic, one that I'm sure the Ord fans will not forget anytime soon. Congratulations. Good luck in the semifinals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Guys, Eric, let's send it back to you.
Under a super moon, the Class C2 quarterfinals. Cedar Catholic unbeaten. Ord unbeaten in their last 7 after an 0-3 start to the season. And this would be an instant classic. Ord with the ball early, losing the ball early. Fumble recovered by Mason Ballard. Cedar Catholic would get the ball. They know what to do with it from there. Hand it off. The guy who's been their best player this season, Brady Hochstein, went over 1,000 yards tonight. He's into the end zone there. Trojans strike first, up 7-0. Ord, they can make some big plays. One of the best quarterbacks in the state, regardless of class, Jordan Williams on the button to Colton Thompson. He's gone. At 79 yards to pay dirt, and Ord ties the game at 7. And the Chanticleers starting to roll a little bit on the road here in Cedar County. Cedar Catholic losing the football. The ball fumbled, recovered by Knox Nelson, the junior. From that point on, Ord really dominated the rest of the first half. Williams in from 1 yard out, his 18th rushing touchdown this year, one of just 2,000 players, and he adds to his total tonight. Cedar Catholic gets a big fourth down stop there, but they couldn't do anything with it offensively. Ord would get the ball back, and this time they would finish off the drive. Bo Wells, the sophomore, from 9 yards out. Ord heading to the half with a 21-7 lead on the number 1 team in the state. But Cedar Catholic, They're not going to go down without a fight. More from Brady Hochstein, the touchdown run there. He had 155 yards on the ground on 24 carries and 2 touchdowns. Fourth down play here, though. Cedar Catholic fumbles the football. Picked up by Ord. That's Caden Lytle. Ord can salt the game away here, but they've got a fourth down, and they don't get it. Cedar Catholic now with a chance, down 7 to tie the game. And it's a chance they would take advantage of. Grady Haber to the air. This pass tipped. Little tip drill pass kept the drive going. That was a key conversion there to Booker Hochstein. Kept the drive alive. And then just a couple of plays later, Haber, thinking big, finds Mason Baller, makes the defense miss, takes it down the sideline, 36 yards to the house. And with 1:13 to go, we are tied at 21. The problem is there's still 1:13 on the clock for the best quarterback in Class C2, Jordan Williams. And inside of a minute to go, Jordan Williams does this. Finds Landon Kreidel, 48 yards to the house. Extra point no good. Didn't matter. Ord finds the plays when it mattered. Their defense would get the stop. Cedar Catholic would get one more chance at it. This fourth down play, they would not convert. Ord's defense makes the play. They get the win. They upset the top seed. And from 0-3 to the C2 semis, Ord gets the win 27-17.